means it will get meme. Rock your hood on me. You sing to the fuck with me. Wanna go red? Rock your hood on me. Hey, I hope it's brand. Rock your hood on me.
We're back.
We're back. Sorry about last week, guys.
Fortnite.
I like Fortnite.
I got the shit kicked out of me
Fortnite.
I got the shit kicked out of me by not even Will Smith. It was Jada.
Oh yeah. Jada broke into my house and gave me COVID.
Yeah.
So, apologies. We're gonna be going long today, and we've got a lot to cover. I know. At this point, it's pretty old news.
Late.
But I don't know if you guys saw the Oscars. Coda won Best Picture. Crazy.
What?
That movie didn't come out this year, but okay.
Exactly. I love that. Like, by the way, like I had no idea the Oscars were even happening until that.
No one did.
Until that clip. The same thing with the Grammys, by the way. The day after the Grammys happened, I was like, somebody. I think I saw a tweet that was like, Louis C.K. won a Grammy, and I was like, what? When was this? And
yeah.
I mean, I pay attention to the Grammys a little bit, slightly.
I don't even a little bit.
That's the only thing I pay attention to.
I just see people complaining about it. That's how I find out about you.
John Baptiste won a Grammy, so I was very happy. Other than that, I didn't care. I was like, oh, Baptiste won. Tyler won Best Hip Hop Album. I'm sorry, people. Didn't deserve it, but you know he got it. I'm happy he has a second Grammy. You know, do your thing, Tyler. I'm a real big fan of him.
Who had a better hip hop album than Tyler the Creator?
Nas, fucking J. Cole,
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, definitely.
Nas, J. Cole, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine. No, not Conway. Conway the Machine. No, not his name's Conway.
Are you struggling to make up more people, more fake people?
Westside Gun.
Yeah.
These aren't real people. The people you're saying.
You said Nas is not a real person. Did you just tell me Nas is not real?
Nas? What the fuck is that?
Nas?
I've
Lil
never heard
Nas
of
X,
that.
right?
Yeah, Lil Nas X. I know that
Derek,
guy.
you're about to become not black if you keep talking.
I told you long ago on the road. That's a classic.
Then
man.
you just turned into an Asian man all of a sudden because you're saying that.
From his album Queermatic. It was Queermatic.
Anyway, I didn't see the Grammys. I don't think any of us really pay. I mean, Sweeney does. He watches the Grammys for some reason.
I only got one dick, one dream. Oh, wait,
I only got one dick, one puss, big cock, no semen. Big cock, no semen. About to bust in this bitch face like my dad did. All I got is one dick, one dick. One dick.
Classic Nas, classic Lil Nas X on his critically acclaimed Queermatic.
Queermatic.
So fucking stupid.
I love that so much.
Is Gaymatic, and then he came back and made still Gaymatic.
Still Gaymatic.
So that was like. Okay.
Did Will Smith win a Grammy?
Yeah,
I mean, he has like 7. I think
dopest beats or whatever.
Yeah,
dopest.
He has like a few. I think he has the first hip hop Grammy of all time. Actually,
does he? Will Smith?
Yeah, I think he has the
for
first
Wild
one,
Wild West.
If that's true,
yeah, that's when he won it.
That's not a real person, Kingston. That's a character on the show, dumbass.
I hate you guys. I hate you. I hate talking to you guys about anything I care about. I just can't stand it.
Listen.
See, look, we're just talking about Will Smith in his clean,
era Will Smith. I'm talking about Will Smith, period. Like when he was rapping with DJ Jazzy Jeff and he was the Fresh Prince.
When he did the rapping on the giant spider tank?
He has the first hip hop Grammy of all time. It was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, the duo. That's when they got the first one.
And that's when he fucking stopped
back in 1989.
DJ Jizzy Jeff.
Look,
and,
nobody cares about Will Smith's music career at all. So
I mean, I do a little bit.
I mean,
not
really.
Well,
the reason we're talking about this is obviously because he slapped Chris Rock in the face at the Oscars. And everybody's talked about it at this point. We've talked about it on stream, and I made a video, kind of about it. So my thoughts are kind of covered. No, yeah, you did. So look, we don't have to go over the rigmarole because everybody's talked about it. But what we can. But what we can talk about specifically is like the aftermath of this, because I feel like it's a little bizarre. just
say what?
a little weird. Because everybody's like, did you see, by the way, that news, that that headline that's going around about Jada Pinkett Smith? He's like, I don't need anybody to defend me. I'm not a woman who needs protecting. And it's like, Jesus Christ, this dude can't win at all, bro.
She's abusive, bro. She is abusive.
Dude, no one wants to talk about how she fucking took advantage of a fucking of her friend, of her son's friend that was trying to be rehabilitated, and then she just fucking, banged the shit out of him. From his perspective, he may be like, that's great, but then when you think about when we think about dynamics and stuff, we always say this is wrong. That's obviously fucking not. That's not what you should be doing.
That's not what you be doing. But like, it's just
like, you can spin it as much as you want and saying like, a 16-year-old would love to bang their hot teacher, but you already know it's fucking wrong.
Yeah. You're not Jared Leto.
He's a grown man. August is a grown man
now.
It's not about the age of the scenario. It's not about the age of the
scenario. Wasn't he like 7 years old or something?
Whoa, chill. August is a grown man, and we don't know the relationship they had exactly. And he agreed. You could look. I've been down in the dumps. I've literally went to other girls' house to cry about girls, and if I didn't want to fuck them, I'm not fucking them. That's it. She came on to him. I wish it was that simple. He said. It's pretty simple most of the time.
The world would be a lot easier if it was just that simple.
Most of the time, it's pretty simple, Derek.
If the world was as simple as your fucking mind, it would be great.
Derek,
I would love it.
Most of the time. Not every time. I'm not saying every time it's as simple as
just like this whole fucking slap situation. It's not simple, even though it should fucking be.
It's not simple.
It's not simple. There's like even people like that's my fucking point. It's not simple, even though it should be. It's a very simple concept of hey, don't do that shit. But then you have motherfuckers like, even you, like, but I know it's wrong, but, and I'm like, oh well.
Oh no, it's wrong.
You putting some butts in there. You putting some butts in there.
It's wrong. He put his hands on somebody for no reason. I agree with that. I feel bad for Will because this is not someone that's okay. No one that's fine is gonna do that. I'm not just gonna get up in the middle of class and throw my desk at a teacher if I'm fine,
See, that's different. That's different.
No, it's not. It's the same kind of thing. People don't act out for no reason, dude.
But I think universally, like, okay, maybe that's not true. I was gonna say I'm at the age where I'm starting to feel bad for teachers, but when I was younger, no matter what, that shit was always funny.
It's funny. It's always funny. It's never someone doing some fuck shit in class is always funny. Till this day now, I look back at shit that happened in class when I was in like high school and I laugh my ass off about it. I still feel bad for the teachers. All they're doing is trying to work,
And they literally trying to work.
It's pretty much like it's just daycare for older kids that are probably worse than the kids that are at daycare. That's all school is, really.
Yeah. And then they get paid like nothing.
And they get paid probably less than the people at the daycare do. So, it's unfortunate. But, Will did some fuck shit because he's clearly hurt. No matter when he tries to defend himself, he gets insulted.
Did you see?
If he didn't say anything, he would have got insulted too, though. So
no, I don't think so. I think
he would have got made fun of.
Not to the same degree.
Not to the same degree. Absolutely, absolutely. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. 100%. You're right.
It's in the same way. It's in the same way that, like, well, if you drove your car really fast without your seatbelt, you're still probably gonna die one day. It's like, yeah, sure, but like, no, you're clearly
it's not the same.
It is.
Will's stock has been on decline for a while.
No,
Chris.
but if he just ignored it, it wouldn't even be a fraction. It wouldn't even be a fraction of the people making fun of him.
You're right. It would have been way less. It would have been minimized by fucking 90%. Yeah, I agree with you on that. But it still would have been people be like, Will Smith's a cuck. Chris Rock made fun of his bald-ass wife, his bald-headed wife.
Nah, people would have nothing would have happened at all.
No.
Y'all are crazy.
Here's why that's not true.
How am I fucking crazy? Okay, go ahead, and then I'm gonna follow you after.
Keep that thought, whatever you got. Here's why that would not have happened. Because the only reason people are even paying attention to the Oscars in the first place is because Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. That is the only reason people were paying attention to it at all. That's the only reason it broke into the fucking Twitter sphere in the first place. No one would have even known that happened.
People It wouldn't have been to the same degree by any cubic measurement. It wouldn't have been. You're right.
If somebody has a Twitter account if somebody has an on Twitter that's like, I hate Will Smith no matter what he does, yeah, probably that guy would have probably made fun of him.
I agree. There would have been way less of a reaction,
infinitely less.
Like an immense amount.
Dude, when has anybody reacted about anything else?
People would have been like, "Yo, Will Smith again." Will Smith at the Oscars got called a cuck by Chris Rock, and Chris Rock would have made that joke. Will would have laughed it off like he probably was halfway going to, and then it would have been like, "Hey, Will Smith still a cuck. August fucked his wife. Fucking loser. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air show sucks," which it actually really doesn't. That show's great. I can't believe I'm saying that because I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, whoa, this is pretty good.
Oh, the new one, the reboot or whatever?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's a whole different angle on the series, and I think like it's worth giving it a shot. But at the same time, it's like I know people dislike it because it's already not what people want it to be anymore. It's a remake that's not a remake, but people complain about things being exact remakes. But then when things are taking different turns with stories, people are like, but it's not an exact remake.
Just make a new show. Just make a new show. Don't make the fucking Fresh Prince.
It's just a series of like. It's just a series of like it's too late. It wasn't. No one's gonna. We're gonna complain about it no matter what. It's like Halo.
We're getting off. What were you gonna say, Derek?
Yeah. Before. No, I was just backing up your shit with that people get roasted at the Oscars all the time or award shows. I mean, Ricky Gervais, like last year at the Golden Globes, was probably one of the hardest anybody's gone on an award show in a while. And all they did was talk about like, oh, that was cool. That was awesome. And there's no fucking issues. Everybody just sat there and took the jokes, except for, and Will Smith, if he would have just sat there and kept laughing like he did at first, like he did initially, nobody would have been. I wouldn't have known anything about the Oscars. I wouldn't have known that he even won a fucking Oscar. I wouldn't have known anything about this shit.
He was calling people like predators, and they were like, haha, we are. We are, yes. Dude. So what? So what, British man? We're richer than you. You can call me whatever you want. I can buy you.
Actually, Ricky Gervais is pretty loaded.
I mean, he went hard in the paint for people to forget in a day and them to continue doing what they're doing. It was just like,
doesn't Ricky Gervais own The Office? I'm pretty sure that's true.
I think he was just in the British version of it.
No, he created The Office.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't give a shit about the show.
He could probably. I don't care.
I mean,
honestly.
Ricky Gervais created the UK Office. I don't know how the American one works, but I assume.
I mean, he probably has rights to it or he's getting some sort of back end.
Yeah.
You know, it's always smart to fucking do that, man.
It was a bunch of prudes. That's why I liked that one, because I was like, yeah, these people should hear about the fuck shit they're probably participating in. But like everyone's
why is everybody freaking out about this dumb bullshit?
Everybody's face was so like
the softest fucking joke that people were actually pretending that they were offended on her behalf. And this was the worst part. This is the worst part. Nobody, and when I say nobody, of course there's a handful of people that knew about her alopecia. But when I say nobody, I mean the general public. Nobody fucking knew about this, but everybody acted like they did. Yeah. Because all of their statements were, oh, he shouldn't have done that. Oh, I would never. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean he didn't fucking do it? He made a dumb, bald joke about a shaved head, not not alopecia.
He made a stupid joke. He had a bad set. He made a stupid joke. Will completely overreacted, put his hands on him, should have got taken out.
Even Will pretended
was laughing at it.
No, but not, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And after retroactively, or he when he put out a statement, he's like, oh, I just couldn't stand for someone making fun of my wife's alopecia or whatever he said. I'm like, he was.
If his wife got upset, and
right, but why did she get upset?
And I think that's the problem with that family right now. No matter what happens with that family, everyone kind of has like a very prying eye on them. And that's as far as I believe it was. I believe it's just they got upset because every time the Smith family's brought, or Will's a cuck, or Will's
and he didn't even make any type of joke like that though. So
no, he didn't. But
so
what happened
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that can be very fucking hurtful. Like, oh, how dare you? So the fact that he even said anything to her at all, it didn't matter what joke it would have been. It probably could have been even something milder, like, oh, you're wearing a green suit. You look green. Like, he just said that. Like, he just fucking said that. I think it was
that is the tier of joke that he said, though. Is like, it's not even. Really, I remember hearing the joke and thinking, like, I don't I don't know what G.I. Jane is, so I was like, what?
Oh, I made the connection right away. G.I. Jane was a big deal back in the day for, oh my god, Demi Moore shaved her head. That was like the talk of the town for whatever fucking
I'm gonna
reason.
be real with you. If I see a bald-headed woman, I'm not gonna open that can of worms.
Why?
I feel like that could just lead to, I'm actually going through extreme chemotherapy, and I'm like, whatever.
Well,
you gotta bounce off that,
hair,
you know?
Her hair is buzzed. It's not like her hair is skin bald, like where you're like, oh, I think she has something going on.
Also,
like the alopecia I just wouldn't do barely
it.
visible. Well,
see, it's not even about that's the thing. I just wouldn't do it, but it's like it happens, you know,
because it's a woman.
Mistakes.
Because it's a woman. Because people make fun of guys' fucking male pattern baldness all the time.
I know, and it's not exactly the nice thing to do, but I wouldn't do that. You know, I wouldn't do that because most women usually aren't bald. You know, usually if a girl's bald, there's a reason. Usually, more often than not.
Usually, if you see that it's buzzed like that, it's an aesthetic.
More often than not, if someone's bald, there's usually a reason. More often than not.
I disagree.
More often than not,
a woman.
I think it's
usually
women
can't tell they're bald
especially for ladies.
It's an aesthetic. Yeah, usually if they're bald, like, look, I'll just be real. My grandma has an extreme version of alopecia, where she barely has any hair. She wears wigs. She's worn wigs for as long as I've been alive. I actually got lucky because this is from my dad's side of the family. Because I had alopecia. I actually forgot about this until days later that I had alopecia till I was 14. It was a fucking bald spot on the back of my head. I forgot about it because it went away. I got lucky. But my uncle, my grandma, especially my grandma, such as a woman, so she just wears fucking wigs, just like most women that have hair issues and they're like ashamed or whatever's going on. They wear fucking wigs. But then there's women that fucking buzz their head because they're like, oh, I like it.
I get it. That's true.
Rose Namajunas in the UFC, she just buzzed her hair. She's like, I don't have to deal with it anymore. And I'm like, all right, cool.
And I get it. You know, I understand that. I wouldn't touch that joke. You know, like it's not even a big deal of a joke, and I stand by that. It wasn't like, haha, you bald bitch. You're bald, bitch. You don't got hair. You're bald. You look like fucking great. Rufus, you black bald bitch. He could have done that, you know? He could have said that, but he didn't. Black female Caillou looking bitch. You know, he could have went there, but he didn't. He just like, oh, G.I. Jane, I'm excited to see it.
Can't wait to see it.
I was just like, okay, that was a bad joke. You're having a bad set.
It's a Gen X joke, dude.
Yeah, it's a Gen X joke. It's almost a compliment. Like, it's barely even like insulting. Like, I would be confused if I shaved my head as a woman and was compared to G.I. Jane. I would sincerely be confused as to whether or not that was an insult or a compliment. It's Demi Moore in an action film. Like, I don't, to be offended by it in the first place is crazy. Let alone to assault somebody over it. Like, I just don't understand. I just don't.
I think that's why it reinforces that it wasn't about the joke. It was just the fact that she was just salty as fuck at Chris Rock, which understandably, I would understand why she doesn't like Chris Rock. And then the fact that he said anything at all probably annoyed her. Because, the joke was so... But that's the only thing that pissed me off about the situation. The only thing that made me mad was the people that were like, just... they just knew. They're just fucking psychics. They knew Chris Rock for sure knew she had alopecia because none of them did. When I talk to people about it, every single person I talked to would be like, I had no idea. Even a guy that was like, oh, it's been out for a while. And then he followed up with, yeah, but I didn't know, even though it's been out for a while. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Why are you even bringing this shit up?
Yeah, because who the fuck pays attention to every single thing that Jada Pinkett Smith says? She's not like
nothing.
She doesn't do anything. She's just...
I know her for some moves she's done back in the day. She banged Tupac, and then the entanglement, and that's the only times I paid attention to her.
Yeah, she's not like a modern day A-list celebrity, really. Like, she's not really doing it.
Will is definitely the more well-known person of the relationship. I just think things got way out of hand. I feel sorry for Will because of the fact that no one does that. That's okay, obviously. And I feel sorry for Chris because Chris Rock got made a fool of in front of the people. And the first day I was saying, like, he should have watched his mouth, you know, obviously, because the nigga blood, the ex-hoodlum mentality that I bear with me from growing up where if someone said something about my girlfriend, I'm knocking you the fuck out. I'm going to wait till you drop your guard. I would have waited till they were backstage, everybody's giving high fives, and I would have punched him or something like that. But like, in all fairness, as an adult man, that's not what you do. Especially a famous adult man, and especially the fact that there's two black men up on stage
on live TV, on live
TV. That's what
in front of tens of millions of motherfuckers.
In front of tens of thousands of people. that then became millions. That then became tens of millions because this happened and trended on Twitter.
Because let's be real. Whenever you hear something really fucked happens, as a black man, I'm just like, I hope it wasn't one of us, you know? I'm like, I hope it wasn't one of us. Please, we don't need any more bad publicity, bro. There's more than enough out there, you know. Like when they were like
you got to watch the right type of media, man. Like, say I gotten into, like, say for example, there's this Irish fucker named That Chapter, and all he does is like talk about true crime stuff, and you best believe 98% of every single case. It's some us. Pasty psychopath.
It's not us. It's not. I love it. That shit makes me so happy. Whenever I can sit and watch true crime with not a smile, but no worries that it's gonna be anyone that shares probably any genetic code similar to me. I can be like, I'll bet you $50 what he looks like.
I don't get why you care at all.
I care because it's just like
it's just funny.
Like,
I don't know.
Well, I care because it's just like, you know, like. There's so much rap sheet bullshit against us, you know. Like I
feel like I get it. I feel like there's a small part of me, man, that doesn't like. I don't care what people think of me, but there's a small part of me where that like I like say next my neighbor, where some people were saying I don't know, he seems a little iffy. There's a part of me that like that dude watches probably Tucker Carlson or whatever. And then, you know, he just has some thoughts about me just existing. And I'm like...
And it feels good to prove him wrong, dude. It feels good to prove him wrong. It feels good to, like, you know... Like when a cop pulls you over at license registration, he sees, like, oh, man, you're like a freaking ex-Marine and all this shit. And you're like, yeah, I am, man. Mm-hmm.
And he still drags you out and beats the shit.
He still pulls you out the car, beats you half to death, says you had a gun and kills you dead.
Hey, man, you shouldn't have been driving, though.
I should have been driving. Yeah,
you shouldn't have been
driving while black, bro.
I don't know what you were thinking, bro. Listen,
what are you doing, bro? He's like, I'm gonna pull you over for what? I don't know yet. I'll figure it out halfway through. He checks your car. Pulls your pants down.
All right. I don't. Yeah. I actually don't think that Chris Rock got made a fool of at all.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think if you make a joke, and then somebody like I was thinking this the whole time. It's like, God damn, I wish like if you're a comedian. I feel like you revel in that. I feel like that is a moment that's like, oh my God, how lucky is this? That I got up on stage, I made the tamest joke possible, and triggered Will Smith into punching me. And not only that, he didn't even, he barely moved me. And then I immediately, like a fucking champ, went back to like running the show, like a professional. And now I've got all of these things to think about. I've got all this material that I'm suddenly the most famous comedian in the world, probably. It's like, that's kind of crazy. That's insane.
I think you're thinking of it from not Chris Rock's point of view.
Chris Rock is probably baffled.
Of someone who got fucking assaulted, man.
Because think of the person that Chris Rock. Like, Chris Rock is not the most famous person, but he's definitely a very famous personality.
Now he is.
You know?
Well, he's a very famous comedian.
But now he's
one of the most famous comedians.
You know,
and now he's extra most famous.
Yeah, but it's just hype that's going to die down after a while. So at the end of the day, the hype's going to die down. People are going to stop caring about Chris Rock, and they're just going to remember, oh yeah, that's the guy that got slapped by Will Smith.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's his legacy now. Like that would piss me off.
I don't think so.
Because it is.
How
the
hell do you not think so?
I don't because
people that have never heard of Chris Rock before, they know him as the guy that got punked out by Will Smith. That's
Literally.
like absolutely.
No,
that
they
is
know
what
him as
they
the guy
do.
who made Will Smith lose his shit for no reason.
No, that's not
That's
what they
not
know him
cool.
as. That is
that's
not what they know
one,
him as.
One, that's not exactly cool, and then two,
I would
Like,
be
are
reveling
you
in
seeing?
that, dude.
Are you
I would be
seeing? Are you seeing
reveling in it.
memes? Are you seeing memes being shared of? Oh, look at how he kept his cool and his composure. No, it's
Whoa.
Will Smith
No, that's
smacking
not how
the
you do
shit out of
And then
him.
memes,
him
Derek.
turning
That's not
into
what a
a
meme
class
is.
dummy.
Memes are
No,
inherently
but
uncomplimentary.
you understand my. Do you not understand my point? With that's what is immortalized. That moment of him getting slapped. And
Yeah.
that's what, especially Gen Zers that never heard of Chris Rock before, they never watched Everybody Hates Chris, they've never seen his old stand up nothing. They're gonna be like, oh, this guy got fucking slapped by Will Smith. That's him now. Like, that would piss me off from all the decades of work and stuff and all the shit that I have. His fucking, black people versus niggas fucking bit that everyone loves. No,
one
like,
of the,
fuck
one,
that
one
thing.
of the funniest
Dude,
bits
the
ever.
fucking
Actually,
it has like 9 million hits on YouTube, and you know how much the slap has? 100 million on one video. Like it's he's fucked.
Well, yeah,
as far
because
as
it's new, and it's on Twitter.
yeah, no. If he did that black people versus niggas joke, it still wouldn't get that much traffic.
No,
I'm
I would
saying
argue.
is-
I would argue that joke would probably get him canceled now. But
Maybe.
I don't think it wouldn't. I don't think it
It's
would.
literally the joke that like a bunch of racists cite when they like explain. It's like, well, I didn't mean he was a black guy. I just meant he was
I meant
fucking dirty. And then they lose their fucking minds. And then it's like
I
that is a real
Chris,
no,
starts-
Kingston.
Chris,
That is a
Kingston
real
starts turning
thing.
into the Confederate flag.
Kingston, I'm
Chris,
not kidding.
I-
That's a real
I-
thing. That is a real thing that I've seen cited several times. It's like, oh, well, look at this joke by Chris Rock by like a bunch of like alt-writers. He would be
No,
canceled.
you're right.
to
It's
shit.
right. It's like
Chris,
it's
I
it's
understand.
like
I understand what you're
yeah.
saying.
PragerU
and I
probably
understand
uses that shit.
There's truth to your statement, but there is no way you can cancel a black man for saying black people versus niggas.
PragerU.
No, I don't think you can cancel a
you
black man
can't-
for
you
doing
can't.
that. I
What's
think you can
Prager's name?
cancel. I think people will find a way to cancel a black man for emboldening alt-right people. I think you can easily do that. I think people have done that.
Candace Owens is still around, bro.
Yeah, but Candace Owens
I'm
is
Dennis
funded by
Prager.
conservatives.
Hi, I'm Dennis Prager.
Chris Rock would have
There
to
is
have
a
a future.
difference between black people and niggas.
Black
I don't know.
people
How-
Chris Rock would have to have a
how does
future
this
at PragerU.
and jungle dwelling,
what I
porch
want.
robbing, tree climbing.
Do you think that he should have gotten his? Do you think that he should have gotten his award taken away?
Apparently,
No,
it didn't get taken away, did it?
no,
No,
it shouldn't,
not
though.
yet.
No,
but
he just resigned from the academy.
He
Yeah.
resigned from the academy. What the fuck does that mean, though?
That means he can't
Well, he
vote
just
on
did that
what's the best picture. He can't.
Yeah,
he can't really vote. on what's
He
the
can't
best
participate
picture.
in all that bullshit. And he just did the politician thing, right? Like he just all right. I'm just gonna resign before anybody else
he
is
pulled-
like,
he
so this
pulled
shit
the
doesn't
Nixon.
linger on anymore.
He did the
longer.
He
Nixon
pulled the
thing,
Nixon.
right?
Yeah, he pulled a.
Yeah, he did with everybody.
I
He did
am
with
not a
everybody.
criminal.
I'm not
He leaves
you.
on a plane.
I'm not a crook.
I'm not a crook. And he leaves
I'm
on
not
a
a
plane.
crook, nigga.
And it's like, we literally caught you
off.
crooking. We caught you crooking. He leaves.
We caught you crooking.
We literally
Crooking.
caught you crooking. We caught you mid-crook.
I don't know, man.
Fucking
I
outta here.
I think because Ezra Miller is also like he got all of his Flash projects and all of his Justice League projects got put on hold too because he was
what,
like
from fighting a guy at the bar or something?
yeah, because he was fighting a guy at the bar and people were like, well, if Will Smith punched a guy on live TV in the middle of the Oscars on a live telecast, why isn't Ezra Miller being reprimanded for beating up a random person in a bar in the middle of Tijuana where 3 people saw it? And it's like, well, that's a good point.
Well, first of all, Ezra Miller isn't Will Smith.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the thing
can we
too.
be
It's like
honest?
people pretending that Ezra Miller is like some childhood icon to millions. Like nobody knows who the fuck Ezra Miller is. People know who the Flash
Right.
is, maybe.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Most people in the world would be like, "Oh, I didn't even know his name." Because
I didn't know Ezra Miller was the Flash at all. I thought Ezra Miller was just like, oh, that's that androgynous looking person who continuously trends for like shoving women downstairs. Like,
Hey, man,
awesome. I didn't know that.
She started it. But nonetheless.
Is he like at flash speed? Is he like fucking tapping into the speed force?
Could you imagine
He's
he's
been doing-
dragging
he's been
somebody
doing-
at the speed of
he's been doing it so quickly for so many years that this is the first time someone was quick enough to see it.
Oh
like-
shit! They caught him. They had enough frames in their camera. Like, wait, what was that? What the fuck was that?
They had a
They caught
9K
him.
camera and they were like, I think I saw someone.
Yo, dude, that would suck if people with powers. It was just the wrong people. It was just fucked up people that got powers. And then they were just, it's kind of like how Thawne was fucking with the Flash. Like, essentially like that. Just the biggest pieces of shit just fucking with people.
That was what would happen, dude, because it'd be, I think if the whole superpower thing became the B, right, there would be people that would have good perspectives that would try to do good. There would be people that would try to do that. No. But there'd probably be a lot more assholes than good people. Because there are good people. There are people that join the police force genuinely to help people. There are people that go in the military. You know, there are people that go in the military that have like good perspectives, you know. I know you don't believe this because you don't see anything other than
they try, but then
they try, and then things happen, you know. Yeah,
and then they find out real quick that if I need to stay on the force, I need to kill a couple black people. There's quotas here.
You see that video recently that was like trending? You see that video trending recently of the fucking. You see that video trending recently of the woman who tries to pull the guy off the? It's like a woman cop that tries to pull
the lady cop. And then that dude chokes her out.
It's crazy.
She like chokes him or her. He's, I'll deal with you later. Get off me. And I'm like, yo.
It's crazy, bro. That's wild.
You can't really be a good cop, I think. Like you can try to be.
Yeah, you can.
You can try to be.
You can try,
but you're not going to last long, man. You're gonna get shot at a urinal or something, or you're gonna have to be forced to retire because you're gonna get shot at.
Why would you say that?
Historically,
I know why I'd say that, but why do you say that?
Historically,
for the same reason you say it, because it's true. What the fuck are you talking about?
Because like what happens is that if you're a good cop around other cops, you're gonna probably get killed. They're gonna kill you probably, you know? Yeah. It's like being someone in the military being like, yo, maybe you shouldn't, Sergeant, maybe you shouldn't be fucking all the new recruits. And then they don't find your body. They don't find it. You're like, Mr. Jameson went AWOL.
Mr. Jameson, craziest thing, Al-Qaeda must have put an IED in his latrine. Crazy. Wild.
Dude, isn't that what happened to fucking Pat Tillman? Didn't it happen to that dude where he's like, I'm going to stop playing football? He was that guy that he stopped playing football to go join after 9/11. And then apparently he found out some fuck shit going on. And all of a sudden, first he was killed by Al-Qaeda or whatever. And then
he was slowly
came out, whoopsie, it was friendly fire. And it was like, okay, if they hid this shit, okay, like, you know, if it was simply an accident, it was an accident, right? But
I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that because I don't. There's no way I'm gonna know about a person who stops playing football because I don't know when they. I don't know when they started.
It was. I mean, nobody gave a shit about him until he. I mean, football people did, right? But then he joined the military because he was like, I just feel like it's the right thing to do, I guess. And then people are like, oh, what a patriot, what an American hero.
I understand the idea, you know. I get it. I get the idea of you know, wanting to help, you know. And when you're a superpowered person, you know, you can help in your own way without you having to be like a part of the police force, you know. That's going to be a whole nother problem that has to be dealt with eventually. The people with superpowers running around, there's going to be like a extreme degree of prejudice towards them in general because, you have power in a way I can't exactly grasp. You have to be bad. I want him strung up. But like,
are we talking about X-Men?
I actually don't.
It would happen. It would literally happen exactly like that. Maybe not to the most comedic degree, actually.
My biggest problem with the X-Men is that I don't find that alternative history believable.
What does that?
The only reason. Go ahead.
No, well, but the thing is, like, I would see if people were like genuinely superpowered. I feel like they would be worshipped and treated like gods. Like I don't think, or there would be people would be too afraid of them not to treat them that way. I don't think you live in a.
There's truth to that, but the thing is that such small differences lead to hate. Such minor differences lead to hate.
Right. It's minor differences.
I don't think it's authentic. I think it's people manufacturing that hate for that very reason. They're using it as a weapon. It's like how cults and everything spring up, where somebody has this idea, these people are different, we must do this, we must do that, but it's not a genuine thing to do. Now, the superpowered people would have to, if they wanted to not have that happen, they would have to kind of be like an entity that is feared. Like they can be worshipped, like the religions of today, God is feared, but he's also beloved. You know, it's kind of an oxymoron type of thing. But that's just how it's handled. Right. It's like, I'm the shit, and they that's what they have to do. So there would be no challenge of people being like, they're so different, we need to rise up, and like, you're not gonna fucking rise up, you're gonna be fucking squashed, son.
Yeah.
And then, but I still love you.
Because the idea of the contrast between like heroes, where like Spider-Man, people hate Spider-Man. That's one thing. Like some people like him, a good amount of people like him. A lot of people don't like Spider-Man. And the idea of like the X-Men, you know, someone like Captain America is just like, oh, that's just like a really cool cop, you know, like he's like some really cool cop. He's so nice. He doesn't hide his face or anything. We already know who he is and what he looks like. But then people like the X-Men is like, that's an evolutionary change. So by the nature of what an X-Man is, it kind of means Homo sapiens time is kind of up. So I do understand the fear of that. Like, I understand the idea. I think it'd be a little more widespread, or even because the idea, like a lot of the heroes are open about, not a lot, well, a lot of them actually are open about who they are. They don't hide that I'm this person, you know? Tony Stark is transparent about being Tony Stark.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know.
I feel like
they'd be worshipped because they'd be like, it would almost be like the way that we treat a lot of I don't know, like beloved athletes almost. It's like look at how crazy superior this person is, and look at how crazy like fucking strong and how like peak performance this person is.
An athlete's not a super person, but I understand
it's as close to a super person as you're going to get.
Right, peak human, like a peak human.
Because like there's no way I could see there be a way where there's like someone like Superman running around and people just hating him. People would just hate him. Even if he did like objectively constantly did good, only good,
they'd probably be like, I fucking hate you
because I can't be exactly.
But
like, and that would lead to
jealousy.
hatred.
I mean,
maybe.
How much? Like I said, it would be a lot. I think Chris. A manufactured. It would be like a fucking
There'd be one like evangelical asshole.
It'd be like some church motherfucker. It'd be like
Stryker,
Joel
like William
Osteen.
Stryker, like guy from the comics.
Yeah, it would literally be like that. That's the whole thing where he's manufacturing hate. Like a lot of people don't have any opinion in any way, shape, or form, but then he puts it in their minds that these people are different, they're dangerous, they need to be dealt with, and like, yeah, you're right, because they're like completely retarded, you know?
Because it'd be
they're
like, it'd be like,
yeah,
humans,
I can't think for myself. Let's kill some mutants. It's pretty cool.
Humans now have, some people are going to be born with this gene that makes them inherently better than us. People are going to be like, I don't like that. That means they're going to be like, oh, Neanderthals were
I don't think
beat out by us.
I don't think that's the original thought. I think that is a thought that is implanted into somebody's head.
Oh, no, I think it would. What happens is that people are afraid of things that are different in general. That's kind of how it is, you know? And then what happens is that slowly but surely...
Not at first. Because when you're a kid growing up, you're not afraid of different shit.
And that's true.
You have to be taught this fear.
You have to be taught that you're going to be cautious of it, but you'll also be excited about it at the same time. In this weird, like, in-between place of like, oh, that's strange, but that's kind of cool. I want to see what that is, you know?
I mean, you have to be taught that, man. Just like a kid can literally leave with
cautious,
a stranger
you know?
if they're not taught how to act and how to behave, a kid will leave with a stranger. The kid would be like, hey, man, it's cool. I got this food over here. And they'll be like, okay, because the kid, was never taught to, like, don't talk to strangers and shit. You have to be taught these things. Like, we're not fucking animals with that basic instinct of survival. We're not that at all, man.
We don't really have the
You're a fucking
anymore.
empty vessel other than just knowing how to fucking eat and sleep and all that basic bullshit and shit your pants.
We do have basic survival instincts. It's just not basic survival instincts it's just basic survival instincts that don't help us in modern day. Like,
what survival instincts do we have?
In which way?
Well, we know when we hear something fucking loud as shit behind us to fucking immediately pay attention. We know immediately to be on high alert when something is like
not really an instinct, though.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have basic survival instincts. It's just the world around us isn't natural, so our instincts don't really help us. Our instincts aren't going to help us.
I wouldn't consider that an instinct.
Don't talk to strangers. That's not relevant to base like monkey person. That's not like it has nothing to do.
Animals fucking run away when you get too close to them because they don't fucking know any better.
Yeah, but not from other animals. Not from other of the same animal, really.
Well, that's because they're fucking dude.
Right?
What are you saying? I don't. No, what are you saying?
I've seen dogs run away from other dogs.
Basic survival instincts that have been.
They're not strangers. I don't understand what you're saying.
The basic survival instincts that have been etched into your brain for thousands upon thousands of years are only that way in the related context of the natural world. It has nothing to do with like the way that modern society is set up and the modern dangers of modern society. Where like, oh, it can't possibly be a basic survival instinct to not leak your address on the internet. You know what I mean? Because that has nothing to do with a base survival instinct. because it's so contemporary.
Yeah, but I mean that's not even what we were talking about. So I don't know what you're getting at.
You're talking about basic survival instincts.
Yeah, and then now you're talking about other shit that has nothing to do with basic survival instincts.
You said people don't have basic survival instincts.
Yeah, and
they do.
The ones I don't think what you use as an example, hearing a loud sound, is not a survival instinct.
Okay,
that is reacting to your ears.
Put people in a war zone and see how long they last.
Well, obviously that's a disability in like a war zone.
Go survive. Go survive without sound.
Chris.
No one's saying not having sound. You're fucking strawman like crazy.
That's a sense.
What the fuck are you saying? Like nobody.
I'm trying to argue because we're just talking about the X-Men.
No, we were, but then we were talking. Yeah, we were talking about something about would the irrational fear or not liking something that you don't understand. Is that a basic instinct? Is that instinctual? And I'm saying no, it's not.
I feel like it kind of is.
I'm saying a human is not like, say, a lot of animals, like fucking cats or dogs, whatever. They have all these, these instincts coded into their DNA, and we fucking don't. We can't feel. Most animals can just like be around the mother for just a little bit, and then the mother fucks off, and it's like, all right, you're on your own.
I don't know.
Like, we can't do that.
You see that video of the dude dumping his baby in the swimming pool?
Well, that video bothered the fuck out of me, bro.
That baby came back up.
You could assure it. That's not what I'm saying, but no.
What made that video eerie is that everyone was cheering. Everyone was like, "Yay, yay!" And it was this baby underwater twirling like he was in a void. And I was just like, "Whoa, that baby might die! Someone please grab that baby." And they're like, "Yay, good job, Tanner!" And
it would be named water. Tanner.
And it's like
Tanner. I love that.
And then when he's 26 years old and someone pushes him in the water in a pool too much, he freaks out and shoots up whole school because they fucking predisposed to being afraid of water.
That is what would happen. It's like that. Those old videos of the people like the priests.
Violently dunking their babies like an Oreo.
Baptizing the babies.
Those are crazy, man. They're doing like fucking WWE moves on them and shit. Like it's fucking crazy. I don't know how people just let them do. Do you ever see like a priest just slapping the shit out of a baby? You ever see that?
What?
Like, yeah. It was like the same shit. It was like
slapping.
Open hand.
And the fucking the parents are right there watching, and I'm like, see, how do you not just attack that guy?
Priest
I don't care how old he is.
He's like baby. God almost. It's fine, bro.
How arrogant do you have to be where you give yourself that title? Like men give themselves this title. Like I am the missing link to God. I am this shit. And it's like
open hand, bro. Open hand slapping a baby. And you got to sit there and watch a baby get slapped.
Watch your baby getting slapped, and you're not even like, I would immediately attack that guy. Like, what the fuck?
Did you just slap my baby, dude? Only I get to do that.
Only I get to slap. I don't. What do you think about capital punishment? What's your thoughts on that?
I do not think that it's very. There are moments where a quick smack or a quick pop is necessary. I think may be necessary. But I think beating children overall is very unnecessary. I just think that there's a thing that got carried on by parents.
Right.
That
sorry, I got a little distracted by the fucking. It's called French priest assaults baby.
That's what I'm watching that right now.
I love the title of it though.
You said
French priest.
French
priest. No. Yeah, French priest assaults baby at baptism. It's just a great title.
Oh my!
That is a really fucking fantastic title. I'm having trouble finding like the moment where he actually slaps him.
French priest assault.
Don't tell me they took it out.
No, I think it's in there, but I think it's like
50 seconds. Look how he grabbed its neck, bro.
Dude, yeah, he's
squeezing its fucking head.
He's holding that thing's head like I hold, like.
So I think at 28. If you're watching the 50-second video or the 49-second video, it's at 28 seconds in. and just slaps the shit out of that baby.
Oh,
what a fucking ghoul, man!
Look at how everybody's demeanor changes.
Look at the dad. The dad's like, "Yo, am I supposed to allow this?"
Yeah, it's like, do I beat an elder or do I pretend? Like, what do I do here?
You could tell, like, he's such a the dad is such a man of God that he's like he knows, like, he's going against every instinct he has to just choke this dude out. Where he's just like,
this old bitch.
This is my religion. I don't want to go to hell.
My fucking baby,
dude. He was grabbing it. He was like, you ever seen like an abusive boyfriend, right? Due to a girl, like, just grab their fucking face like that and shit.
And you warning me like, you fucking bitch, you better fucking stop right now. You better fucking stop. Right? We're in fucking public, right, bitch? I'll fucking do it when I get home. I'll do it when I fucking get home. Fucking push her back. Fucking shove her back. You don't use a lot of power. You just use the forearm. Fucking shove her away. Fuck out of here, bitch.
Sometimes I don't know about physical, but sometimes you just gotta yell at them, though. I mean, I'm not gonna be. Sometimes you gotta like force, like, use the force. You gotta really you
gotta use your thumb.
Yeah, you gotta man. Sometimes you gotta your thumb.
You gotta use the thumb.
Force. And just
look, all I'm saying is that I'm very big, and my girlfriend's not very big, and every time
she's like 4'2", right, or something.
She's not 4'2", Chris. You know her. Derek, you know her. You've met her more than once. She's not 4'2". She's
3'7". I can't remember how tall she is.
She's like 5 feet tall.
She's however tall Sweeney imagines her to be.
Wow, real funny. But
Heyo, yeah.
Hey, zinger, dinger. But
keep my wife's name. That should be
out. That should be the fucking name of the episode. Keep. Yes.
So dumb.
Keep.
Fucking.
Just a really fucking pixelated picture of Will Smith.
Pixelated to the point it's out. It's to the point. Remember that video we saw of that little kid that gets kicked and he simultaneously becomes every race at one point?
I love that video. I'm sad that I can't find it anymore. I gotta get in the habit of downloading.
I've sent it to you more than once.
Yeah. But like, do you have it downloaded?
What would you think you would have to?
There's no way you're going to search
type in.
There's no way. Like, I wouldn't even know where to begin. I don't know what the sound effect is.
You said it was a kid getting kicked?
The kid gets kicked and he makes this sound that's like unbelievable.
It's an edit. It's like a really pixelated video of this woman kicking a child in the hip. And it's like really, and then it zooms in on his hip, like, moves independently of his body. He falls down, and then it freeze frames, and then it zooms into his face, and he looks like a fucking axolotl when it gets really close up to it, and it's making this really high pitched, like, squeak sound. You're not gonna find. I've searched endlessly for this fucking thing, and
an axolotl.
I've never. And the thing is, it's like, it's not a meme either. It's like, it's not something that I've seen multiple times. It's something that I've seen once exactly, and it cracked me up for months, and then they took it down, and it made me sad.
It's like the video. It's like that video that me and you have that we can't talk about out loud.
Yeah.
That one amazing video that we can't talk about, but it's the funniest thing ever.
All right, well, let's not talk about it on the show then, because we're just Anyway, let's move on to
the video with the guy with the grenade.
The video of the guy pulling out the grenade in the middle of a fucking bar fight is insane.
It's so funny because it's just your last resort. He got hit and I bet he had a gun too. Because if you have a grenade, you might as well have a gun as well. And he thought, all right, I'm gonna show them something. And he dug in his pocket.
Imagine,
and everybody ran.
Imagine for a moment a hypothetical world where guns weren't legal. You could not have guns. You could not have knives. But grenades were fine.
Bro, that's
and you
so
had people
insane.
you have grenades for home defense, and that's all you have.
Yo,
that is such a dumb society. Like, who would make that up?
The geometric trick shot who would be doing with grenades would be wild.
Oh yeah, you'd have like throwing classes and like ways to bank things around hallways. Like, that would be like a skill that'd be a skill everybody has.
It'd be wild, bro. It'd be insane.
Everyone would just be wearing fucking armor. Like it would be like like they'd be wearing like shit that like could take the shrapnel. Like they wouldn't fucking. It would be so stupid.
Crazy? Why do people have bulletproof vests but not masks? I was like, why don't maybe just get shot in the face?
Well, the idea is the idea. It's very hard to shoot people in the face when they're moving.
It's hard. So
that's literally the only.
It's very hard. It's very hard to shoot somebody in the face while they're moving if you're trying to shoot them in the face while they're moving on purpose.
If you can do it by mistake, probably.
It's very easy to do it by mistake, probably.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean,
I think
we've all been shooting here, right? Everyone here has been shooting before, right?
Sure.
I don't know. Like, if someone's coming at me, I guess maybe I can shoot them in the face. But like,
the thing is,
I just don't know what I'm going to do in that situation.
Right at me.
I have no idea. I've never been in a situation like that, so I have no idea.
If I aim at a person's chest.
You might hit him in the face. Yeah, you're right.
That's the kind of thing. It's like I could very well see a scenario where recoil helps me hit them in the face.
Maybe the recoil's after you're gonna aim in the chest and you're probably gonna hit them in the stomach or you're gonna hit them in the shoulder. Like it's just there's so much more torso to cover that most likely with the trajectory you're gonna just hit somewhere on the chest. It's foolish for people to go for headshots. Like it's like unless they're
you gotta do it from the hip.
Marksman.
You gotta be like.
Well, the thing is, it's like
so it's not too bad. Fucking hit out of the face.
Well, the thing is, it's like,
dude, how fucking dope would that be?
That'd be horrifying.
I'm not thinking of it from like a single shot perspective. I'm thinking of like an Uzi or something.
Oh no, that's probably easy.
Okay, that's just
that's general direction type shit, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking just aim and then start.
Just wet him. Just fucking paint, stroke. You just kill him. You just do a few strokes and you kill him.
Bob Ross in this bitch.
Jesus Christ.
He Bob Rossed him, man.
Paint some happy little trees on this man's torso.
Could you imagine someone comes in, they're like, yo, what happened, man? Yeah, my son got killed. Fucking Bob Rossed him. It's like
what do you mean? Bob it's like they're in the autopsy room and there's like a beautiful painting made of bullet shot, like gunshots.
Tapestry, bro.
A tapestry. Just like a nice red sunset.
Red sunset, red grass, red
sky, red everything.
A lot of red.
A little red on the trees and a little more red on the grass.
And a little more red on the sky. Yeah, let's make the sun pretty red too.
He leaves a little card. He leaves a little. He does like those like the slabs of metal you see at the art exhibits, and it's just like next to it. It's just like I call this one red.
it's just and you go look at it and you're like, I can see there's different. That's the ground. How do I know that's the ground? It's all the exact same shade of red too, but you can tell. You're like,
no, you know what's fucked up? You go to an art exhibit and pieces of shit will believe that too. There will be some piece of shit asshole standing there with you lying to them where it's just blood spatter. That's all it is. It's just blood spatter. Nothing. And then you tell them, oh, there's the trees. This and they're like, oh, I see it. Like, I'll pay you $200,000 for it. These people suck, man. I can't believe they're real people. But I've been to a few art exhibits and these people are real. Where they're just like, you think they're fake.
I hate art exhibits because my first art exhibit ever was the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And that's not where you start your life of looking at art. That's just not where you start because it's only downhill extremely everywhere else. The Met is the best you could possibly go to. And then if you go anywhere else, it's just like, this is stupid. This is dumb.
It's just people being dumb on purpose. And I kind of like that at least. I like a lot of the artists are self-aware. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna make some dumb bullshit, and there's gonna be some pretentious assholes that love this shit. I'm kind of here for that.
You go to the Met and you see like cool samurai blades etched in like fucking ivory and fucking emeralds, and then like somebody brings you to like a Holocaust museum, and you're like, who's this Anne Frank bitch? I don't give a shit about her.
The Holocaust museum is in an art exhibit.
I mean, it's museums are exhibits though.
Yeah, but it's not an. The Holocaust Museum is an art show.
You're like, this shit is lame, bro. Where all the swords at, dude? Where the armor, nigga? This dumb.
Oh my god! All right, let's.
This is stupid, bro.
I went to Museum of Death, and it was owned by Scientologists.
That's true.
And they try to get us like to sign up for shit and stuff. And we just filled out a bunch of different bullshit like, oh yeah, just fill your information here and everything. Everything was fake. Like my name was like, I don't know, Macho Man Jones or some shit.
Yeah, I'm never. If I get cornered by Scientologists, I'm gonna understand I have to fight.
I mean, you'd be fine.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me.
Yeah, they're not gonna do nothing new.
They wouldn't let us.
I do want to check my Thetans though. I want to know my levels.
Isn't that something that was like? I saw a take on Twitter about like the whole Will Smith thing that was like, oh well, they're Scientologists, and that's how you in the cult. There's like a slap.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's actually truth to that, but I don't think it was because of that. Like, I
don't. Is Will a Scientologist?
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's alleged. At least he funds a Scientology school for sure.
Which is weird.
So like a Christian man,
most
but
likely
I guess not.
He is. Dude, everyone in Hollywood is fucking turns into these weird. Have you heard of that one church that was started by that Australian freak that was molesting kids, and now like Justin Bieber and who was it that guy, she used to date Mac Miller?
I mean, Ariana Grande.
They were all a part of that Sunnyside or something, whatever church. Something, it's called something like that, and it was started in Australia, and then of course the founders were fucking pedos because like that's literally always in the church.
It's a church,
exactly, and which is so fun. It melts my brain that it's open. It's like you can just read about it and like, oh, everybody just likes going here, and I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I'm not gonna think about this anymore,
dude. Some actors, I have to mention this because I'm so astonished that it's just something that everybody accepts. We all know, everybody knows, it's like an open thing, not secret at all, that Jared Leto has a cult. Like he goes to an island and he's got like hundreds of like followers who just go there, and clearly they're not all celebrities, so there's clearly a weird dynamic there, and he's just still somehow getting casted like Marvel movies. It's like no one is suspicious. You'd think after the Epstein shit, you'd be like really suspicious of everybody, let alone somebody who has a cult. You know what I mean?
They just don't care.
It is crazy.
Fuck it.
After the Epstein shit, it would for sure.
Bro.
They do not care. And you know what makes me the angriest though? All of these, there's a lot of good old boys that are trying to like oust all the pedos from like the government or whatever, and there's like the QAnon and all that crazy shit that's going on, but there's like available hidden in like it's the evidence that's there, like that hey, look at these organizations, they've been diddling kids for decades, and they're like, I don't know, whatever.
They're like, let's talk about Hillary Clinton instead of like, yo, there's
Hillary Clinton
real
and some
shit.
pizza. Hillary Clinton, some pizza codes. What was it?
Let's talk about
the cheese pizza. Oh, cheese pizza is.
Let's talk about Hillary Clinton and Freddie Fazbear.
People talking about pizza in New York. Something's fishy. It's like, how the fuck?
Look, that shit was weird sounding. I'm not gonna act like it's not.
No, it was.
But like, there's way more objective shit out there.
That's the thing.
That's my point.
I don't know, like, of all the conspiracy theories that, like, I've seen that I believe, it's like the whole pedophiles, the whole pedophile ring thing, that seems to hold a lot of weight. I just don't know if it's connected to fucking pizza parlors.
I don't know about that.
That's what I say all the time. I think their ending, where they end up, is right. I just think the way they get there is heavily confused.
Yeah.
I just want them to take out the trash that's already there first, like
then
we can sort the other shit out. Like
you can't
stop shuffling around pedos in fucking.
You can't talk
in the
to a
clergy
Q person,
and shit, bro.
You can't talk to the Q person, man. They can't. They're not there anymore. Yeah.
Did you guys see?
They're not.
Did you guys see?
Yeah, it's not.
Did you guys see Morbius?
No, I haven't seen it.
No,
I heard too many bad things about it, so it just got me completely unexcited.
It's a bad movie.
You saw it already?
I found a perfectly legal way by which to see Morbius.
Oh, can you explain exactly in detail
what it is?
There's
definitely some Punjab subtitles on it, right?
No, I did see it. It's not even good from like a so bad perspective. It's a really boring movie. But anyway, I had to bring up Jared Leto just because like that whole, just the fact that he has a cult and everybody's just like totally, I don't know, it's so weird. And there's like all these like open like I've seen like trending articles and like tweets about like Dylan and Cole Sprouse, I think, or like one of those kids from like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was like, I think he tweeted at him, it's like, man, you're in every girl's DM from 18 to 21. Like, how do you do it? And then fucking James Gunn was like, he starts at 18 now.
I mean, so it's kind of like a...
And that was recently.
I love him. I love James Gunn. Dude, oh my God.
James Gunn's great. But
so it's like an open secret and nobody's doing shit again.
Yeah.
Again.
It's like when Seth MacFarlane did the Harvey Weinstein bit at like, I think it was like one of the Oscars. Or like maybe the Emmys probably, because that was back when he was like starting on, or doing Family Guy.
Right.
When he was like, you'll never have to pretend to be attracted to Harvey Weinstein again. And everybody was like, "Ooh, what's that?" And then now we know.
Who's Harvey Weinstein?
Who's that?
Fucking,
Zoinks!
What was it? Drawn Together. They did what's the Bill Cosby joke? This was like mid 2000s.
Really? They did one there?
Yeah, and then he was like, he basically outed him. He was saying that he's like, oh man, like he basically he was outing himself as a sexual predator, and the joke was funny, but like. It wasn't. It's way funnier now because now you're like, oh, like this. They all fucking know. They all know, and it's like, what the fuck, man?
It's crazy.
Like that's crazy. How every time you see Bill, he has a woman slung over his shoulder. That's wild. That's wild,
like a
dude.
fucking caveman,
encased in Jello, like fucking like what was that bullshit in Star Wars?
Which one? What was that bullshit?
Carbonite.
Carbonite, yeah.
And he just has a woman encased in Jello like carbonite.
Pudding pop.
That is.
He has
so
a sweater on.
Stupid.
He's doing a dance too. The fucking like sideways dance as he's like bringing them into the room.
He's got that stupid face.
This makes me really sad because I super looked up to that man. But yeah,
dude,
when I'm done laughing, I'm gonna cry. When I'm done laughing about it, I'm gonna cry again.
He's all going to fucking court, and you see he was doing that stupid dance and shit. I'm like, dude, you're going to prison, and he's dancing.
I still can't believe he like when he.
Amazing.
I think it was when he was like going out from one of his court dates or something, and he just saw the paparazzi, and they were like, Bill Cosby, Bill, and he goes, hey, and he's like, what are you referencing Fat Albert at your rape court?
Because Fat Albert was fucking. You never seen the Lost episodes?
Oh man, no!
Those aren't real. Please don't tell me those are real. I'm getting sad, guys. Like,
Kingston.
I was like a part of it. I was like a part of it.
There's no lost episodes of Fat Albert where Fat Albert is a rapist.
No, I just didn't want him to be bad at all. Like that's it. Like he doesn't have to be a rapist. I just like Fat Albert is such a positive show. Fat Albert's such an unbelievably positive
you like
television
Spanish
show.
Fly, bitch. How about a little Spanish Fly? We can go home and you can wake up later with some
around me.
You ain't gonna find no help around here. God damn it! Let's move on to some questions.
You can't pray this away.
Christ almighty!
Before we go to questions, since we didn't post last week, we wanted to extend it a slight amount.
Yeah.
So before we do that, let's have this conversation. So I brought it up before during the we were kind of talking before, and I asked, "What do you think is the most modded game of all time?" I said Super Smash Bros. Melee in context to the fact that they've put Melee out so many times as Project M, as Project Plus, as this Plus, and all those variations of it. I understand the game with the most modifications to it is Skyrim, obviously.
I mean, maybe it's definitely up there.
So you mean like versions?
Version is what I meant. Yes, like
then
modded versions.
It's still not Melee.
It's got to be Street Fighter 2. It's got to be Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2 is up there. Well, no, I'm talking about even by fan communities. Street Fighter 2 has had the most versions of a game put out by the same company. I'd agree. I think it's Street Fighter 2 and then maybe Street Fighter 4 is up there.
What do you
think, Chris?
I mean, Skyrim's obviously up there, but I think if we're talking about like versions, I think Half-Life. easily, because you have like Counter-Strike, you have all the different Counter-Strikes that came off of Half-Life. You have what is it? Oh my god.
Wait, that's true. I forgot that was real.
Yeah, Counter-Strike is a Half-Life mod. Like that's like literally the entire like premise of it.
I had no idea. That's hilarious. I had no idea.
And then obviously like the original Doom was modded to like there's all sorts of crazy like modded versions of Doom.
Point.
There's like the one with like where it's all like Tim Allen. Like it's fucking stupid.
My favorite's the fucking Christopher Dorner one though. Still, have you seen that? Have you played that
one? What?
Christopher Dorner's. I think it's called Last Stand. Yeah, Christopher Dorner's Last Stand.
Oh my fucking god! I do remember that. Obviously Gary's mod, but that's like that's not that's.
It's kind of.
I don't know if that really. Although Gary's mod is a Half-Life mod, I'm pretty sure in some capacity.
Really? Gerald's mod is a Half-Life mod?
I could be wrong. I think.
No, isn't it that? What is it called?
I think it's a Half-Life 2 mod or a Source Engine. What the fuck is it? It's something like that.
No, it's that. Hold on, the name's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, the top 5 modded games of all time. What is this? What year is this? So we know it's up to date. March 9th, 2022. So this is actually recent.
Okay, let's see.
So number 1 is Minecraft, which actually makes a ton of sense.
Objectively, yeah.
Now that I think about it,
I forgot about Minecraft.
Yeah, me too. Like I keep forgetting that that's a game, but it's like always.
I forget that about Minecraft, and then I remember that Minecraft is objectively probably the best game ever made.
It's definitely the most
best game ever made.
I think it's up there. It's definitely up there with Tetris. Definitely.
I guess.
What is your
must be.
What is your interpretation? What is your definition of best? Like, what do you mean by that?
A game that gives you the most freedom possible, and it does what it does the best way it possibly needs to. Like what it aims to do, it does that in spades. And I think the game like Minecraft does that in spades. Like, I don't even like Minecraft all that much. I respect it a lot, but like, it does what it does. You can make anything in Minecraft. You can make other games. You could probably put Elden Ring in Minecraft actually for real.
I don't know.
You got a strong enough computer. You could probably do it.
You could build a lot of stuff. You could basically build Elden Ring in Minecraft in some, at least geometrically speaking. Like, you definitely make that map. But like,
the whole thing. You even go to Sophia Ruins and everything. Like you could do all that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Minecraft is probably one of the best games ever. I think probably just because it's so pervasive and it's so. I don't know if I wouldn't put it on my personal top 10, but it's definitely like if we're talking about like objectively like games that just do what they do perfectly and probably can't be improved. I would say Minecraft is up there, but it still has room for improvement. Like Tetris is one of those games where like I don't know how you would improve Tetris.
How would you say it can be improved?
I think it could have better combat. I feel like it could have better survival elements. I feel like
even you're talking about the Minecraft story mode. I'm talking about the game like of Minecraft, like the most. No, basic
I'm just talking about like the game as because I think there's like a mod or like some kind of crazy version or like Minecraft spiritual successor coming out like next year called like Hytale or whatever, and it looks way more impressive than Minecraft, even though it's probably not going to beat it because it's like this is the first time you're hearing about it. Surely. I heard about it the first time the other day. But it looks like it does everything that Minecraft does better, but it's still not Minecraft, so it's like whatever. But like Tetris is one of those games where like I don't know what you would do to Tetris to improve it. Like Tetris is a perfect video game.
People have done little tweaks that it's just like it's literally just like teeny little mods.
To
just make it a little more interesting.
So you would say like Tetris, Pong.
No, I don't think Pong does what it does particularly well.
Why would you say that?
Because I don't think Pong is the best version of Pong you're going to get. I think there are
really
How
would because like Pong is just Pong. Like I don't know how you really improve Pong. Like I'm so confused.
Improve Pong by making it like genuinely like instead of having a fucking pixel like slowly move across, there's like speed mechanics or like you can like there's like. There are more engaging tennis-type games than Pong. You know what I mean? Like, Pong's a fine basis, but I wouldn't say it's, like, a perfect video game.
Because I think Pong is, like, the most... At its most simple form, it's perfect. It's just, like, you're hitting a ball back and forth between two people. And you can use geometry to affect the trajectory and the
Not
speed.
really. Like the original Pong is
ball.
really like bare bones.
Well, no, it's if I'm not mistaken, on the Atari, the Pong is just like you hit it off a side, and if you make it hit a certain point, it'll go a certain place. Obviously, based on the speed it's hit, how many times it hits something, it goes back faster. As you go back and forth, the speed increases. If you just immediately hit something,
I don't think the original Pong has a speed increase.
Really?
I might be wrong. It's been a long time since I played it. But like I
could be wrong too. But I feel like that game is like perfect.
I feel like that's a modern version of it. Yeah.
I feel like the game's too fucking boring. I think it's the only thing.
Really? I actually like Pong.
I think it's replay. Like, how many times can you do that fucking same thing? Opposed to, like, say, Tetris, where you can do one game that can last you, like, a half hour, however long. And you're like, fuck, oh, I'm done. And now you're ready for the next. Like, Pong, it just seems like, Pong almost would seem like a punishment to me. Like, you're sentenced to play Pong for fucking 10 hours or something. Like, fuck.
Because I played Pong with my, like, my grandma and stuff like that. And I had, like, a ball. It was just like it was like a very simple game, and we could both just play it back and forth, and it'd be like, "Oh, you got me."
I get it. It's like air hockey's really fucking fun to me. Like, I think air hockey,
and it's
really
essentially
fun.
the same thing.
No, but that's the thing. It's like air hockey has a sense of speed behind it that like Pong doesn't have.
Right.
Like if Pong had that sense of speed, I guess it would be like a perfect version of what it could potentially be.
And then I don't know, I guess
even Tetris has an element of speed to it as you continually.
Yeah. But I don't know, what's another game I think is like perfect? Like I don't know, like.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, because
chess.
But definitely the way
chess is perfect.
Is it perfect? No, I think it's not to me, but I think it's too complex to be considered perfect.
Chess?
Because I think I
think there's
the
definitely
advanced
rules. There's definitely advanced rules in chess that get confusing.
Well, you can't just like it's not a game. This is a game that you have to study to be able to play. You can't just pick it up and play.
You can pick up and play chess. It's so simple.
No, it's not simple if you don't know the fucking rules.
In its most fundamental form is like this does this, this does this, this does that.
But you're not going to remember that shit. It's something that you have to really be. If you ever played chess, I don't know if you remember playing chess for the first time. It was like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that. It takes a while to get it down. It's like, oh, I didn't know the pawn's going to move this way. The king and queen can do this. The knights and the bishops can do this. Like, it's so many different things.
That has to be true because I couldn't have been a kid that just knows chess. Like that's not possible. So like I agree with you.
You can't intuitively. You can't just intuitively know chess without like knowing in some way what the rules are.
I'm not good at chess. Like I'm not a great chess player. I can play chess. I'm not like amazing at it. I understand the game.
I never invested enough time.
And I understand some of the advanced rules. Like I understand some of the advanced techniques. Because Lillian is very good at chess. And she whoops my ass constantly. But I understand the game and I can beat I'm not like one of those black guys in like fucking Brooklyn or fucking Harlem that are just at the bench and you can't beat them in chess and and every time you talk to them you learn some shit. And it is like, dang, dude, this guy's full of wisdom.
That was such a cool fucking thing.
That was real.
Just seeing the people like at the park, just like the old guys at the park, like just playing, like they just bring out like one of those domino tables and just like play chess with people. That was so fucking cool.
And every time you play it, you like it's for real. I always learned something. Like every time I sat down, because my uncle was like a big comic book nerd, and he was like very philosophical. That's where I get my gay like introspective mentality from. Is like I learned it from him. So like, he would go and he would sit down and he would bring me, because he'd like, we go to get comic books, something like that. We'd go to do something. He would smoke a blunt and then go sit down and play chess. And I'd be like, whoa. And they'd just be talking about like really deep, like cosmic philosophical shit. And I'm just like, wow, I'm definitely secondhand high, but like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it definitely stimulates the brain. It's a really cool game. I really enjoyed fucking, more than chess, I enjoyed Scrabble. Because it really did improve my vocabulary, like, quite a fucking bit.
Yeah, I like Scrabble a lot. Even though I'm pretty sure I don't know how to play Scrabble properly.
Well, see, the cool thing is about the virtual Scrabble, like, that are on phones and shit, you can't play it wrong, because if you do wrong shit, it'll tell you you're fucking dumb. And then you kind of learn from there.
I like that, but I also hate that, because, like, there are people that play that just keep, like, one letter change. They're taking 30 years, and you're like, bro, please.
Yeah.
Then you find a word like ignot, and you're like, that's a real word. Look it up. And you're like, Fuck you. You didn't know that.
It was a lot. It was a lot funnier back in like before you could just Google shit in your pocket,
right?
Because you just had to trust, or you had to just like somehow find a dictionary.
Oh, you have to have a dictionary to play Scrabble. Anyone that has Scrabble plays a dictionary.
Yeah, but anyone. Like it's just that was those are fun. Like I'm pretty sure I remember playing with my aunt once, and like we were playing, and then she just started a new. Like, she, like, went to, like, I think she, like, started a word in the top corner. And I was like, I feel like you can't do that. And she was like, I feel like I can. And I was like, I mean, I guess.
Why?
I feel like you can't stop me. I feel like you can't stop me.
So I just, I never bothered playing board games for the sole purpose of trying to win. Like, it was just impossible. Like, it just, like, because people just make their own fucking rules up.
Adults and shit.
You know what's the gross thing about board games? The older you get, the more you do enjoy them for real. That's what makes me feel really gross. Like, I hated board games growing up. I only ever played, like, Monopoly, Connect 4, because I'm, like, a savant at it, even though it's not even a hard game to be good at. Like, that's not anything to be bragging about, really. I just very often don't lose at that game. It's weird.
Yeah, it's tic-tac-toe, essentially.
It is, literally. I'm not boasting because I'm a genius for being good at that game. It's just weird how often I've gone places and won. Like, I guess people are bad at the game and I'm just fine at it. Because I went to Dave & Buster and there was one time I was like 2 hours into Connect 4 just not losing. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. Are people letting me win? Do they think I'm stupid?
Where you're at a Dave & Buster is if I find the game that I was like, that's my game. Like Miss Pac-Man or like Tetris. Like, that's just like, okay, I have to be, leave me alone.
And then I'm going to be like, guys, I'm winning and I don't, why aren't you winning? I'm not smart.
All right, we're announcing it here. We're announcing it here first this month.
Yeah, no. No, don't. You don't have to, it's like Afro Samurai. I challenged you. You're number one. I challenged you. You got to fight me.
We'll put it this way.
No, I'm not doing that. I would love to play people, though. I would love to three Connect 4s, bro. That and Jenga. I'm very good at Jenga, too.
Did you say you have Jenga. Connect 4?
We had 2 Jengas for that Twin Towers joke.
Crazy.
By the way, we were totally right on the rest of this list. It's Minecraft. That's the one we forgot, and it was number 1, so fair enough. The next one is Garry's Mod, which I guess is a game independently. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here. Kind of weird. But then it's Half-Life, then it's Doom, and then it's Skyrim. Those are the top 5 most modded games of all time. Which, when you're looking at it, it makes a kind of ton of sense. And then it's Warcraft 3.
Very much so, yeah.
Fallout 3 and New Vegas.
Okay.
Grand Theft Auto.
The original?
No.
I don't know if it's the original. I think they're just talking about it as a
It
series.
just says, it's maybe as a series, yeah.
Yeah.
Like all together.
And
my
Command and Conquer, and then Battlefield 1942, which that makes a ton of sense, actually, because I played a lot of Battlefield 1942 mods.
Oh, my God. I'm going to...
What?
What'd you do? What happened? What's wrong?
Nothing.
You experiencing something?
Whenever you guys get a chance to go on the chat, just check that out. Forget about what I'm saying.
Never going to be me.
Are you following these fucking people?
Look at this, dude. Did you see it, Derek?
Is it another bowling pin getting fucked?
Yeah, no, it's
not. Won't even let me. It won't even let me play it. Hold on, I got.
No one's getting fucked, but
it won't even let me play it in Discord. It's probably that fucked up.
It's age gated. It's an age-gated tweet.
Bro, it's bad, bro. It's bad.
Who's making this shit and why? Where?
It's like It's like for real disrespectful, actually.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's pretty funny. But where are these coming from?
What is this?
Where are these?
We gotta stop.
Where are these coming from?
Listen, we're talking about shit that like the audio listeners can't hear, and even the video listeners can't hear. But let me explain to you. There's this plague going around on Twitter of bowling. Like there's bowling gifs. There's like bowling balls growing big shiny penises and fucking bowling pins up their porcelain pussies, and it's fucking really aggravating because I can't scroll through Twitter. I've muted these people. These are people these are friends of mine that have posted this. They're muted. They're no longer on my list. I don't talk to them anymore. Big.
Big.
Because it's double the size of that.
Somebody posted, who's pulling more bitches? It's a picture of fucking what's the comedian that's fucking Kanye's girl?
Pete Davidson.
I can't think of his
or
name
the
right
bowling
now.
pin?
It's Pete Davidson or a fucking bowling ball side by side. Who's pulling more bitches?
I hate the internet.
This is a meta that I literally would not know if it wasn't for you guys.
And now you're gonna thrive in it.
Because now I need to know how it started and where it came from. Who's making these?
There's no satisfying answer to that question. I bet.
Where is what software? What is being used to make these? I have so many questions.
I bet Blender. You know, I would bet like some just more bowling pin fan art. Unbelievable.
Blender makes sense.
There's fan art now.
Of bowling pins and bowling
Who
balls.
started? I need to know who started this. This is fucking. This is insane.
I hope that there's an internet historian video 5 years from now, going over the in-depth origins of this meme. But
right.
I'm losing my ability to fight. I'm losing my ability to live. My body is like, take me, Void. Take me.
Let's move on to some questions, huh? Let's move on to our fellers over at patreon.com/thesnarktank who have bestowed upon us some nice questions, and you can go to that link, by the way. You can ask us questions as well. Around the world.
I'm a bowling ball with a big blue dick.
They're so deeply disconcerting. Let me look for pins. Oh, here's one from Fawful. He wrote, he says, "Sorry guys, I used my brain too much and can't think of a belittling name to call you guys this week." That's fine.
Cool.
This is
Neato.
This is going to sound like a crazy question at first, but please tell me you've heard about the Batman and FaZe Clan crossover comic book called Batman/FaZe Clan. Because it is the most stupid thing to ever exist. For example, there's a panel where Mr. Freeze's face is zoomed up really close with the most shit-eating grin and saying, "Did Batman really think a gamer could stop me?" And it's as amazing and horrible as it sounds. I did not know about this. I don't know. As I'm reading this question, I don't know if this is real. I'm looking it up real time right now.
I could care less, bro.
I
couldn't care less. Like, I'm so apathetic right now. You might want to put me away.
It's real.
That's how like.
It auto completed.
It's real. Yeah, Batman and FaZe Clan #1. FaZe Clan, the world's most prominent and influential esports and gaming organization, joins forces with Gotham City's heroes for a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. A new enemy has emerged, and the Dark Knight must call on the world's greatest gamers to help. FaZe founders Rain, Apex, Banks, Temper, and other members of the team unite and gain new abilities in combat to combat an escalating digital threat. Will Batman, Nightwing, Robin, Batwoman, Batwing, and the members of FaZe Clan be enough to stop the Riddler's devious scheme? Did I sell you on it?
I mean, I get what they're doing. They're trying to get young people to read comics again. Because no self-respecting adult gives a fuck about FaZe Clan.
Yeah, it has to be for kids.
It must be. Yeah.
It's stupid.
I get what I mean. I hate it so much, but I get it. Like, it's really just seeing FaZe Banks next to Batman that just really like.
I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is, bro.
It's good that you don't know who he is.
Yeah. We won't sully your life. I don't know who
FaZe Banks is, bro. I heard of FaZe Clan. I know Offset and Snoop Dogg are part of FaZe Clan. That's about it.
Yeah,
that's right.
So
I forgot that happened. That Snoop Dogg joined FaZe Clan. They probably heard about him trying to save the peanut butter jelly type guy and thought like, "Wow, what a nice guy."
No, what happened is probably like Snoop was like, "I want to join you," and you were like, "No," and he was like, "You forgot I killed someone, right?" And they were like, "You could join us. You could join us.
Like you could join us, no problem." Like it was there was a
remember when I killed somebody in the 90s and I got away with it? Yeah. Let me join.
Yeah. Good lawyers, man. Good fucking lawyers get you off for anything.
Yeah.
He walked out the courtroom, bro.
Who?
Snoop. He walked out the courtroom.
I don't remember that.
Legendary, bro.
I just remember him praying when like they're reading the fucking verdict. I just remember that iconic scene. I don't remember afterwards.
The iconic scene of Snoop Dogg's life.
Walter K wrote in He says, "Hey there, rock, scissors, and paper. With the iDubbbz creator clash coming up and an eager Will Smith already throwing hands, what content creator or celebrity would you want to face in the ring, and how well do you think you'd fare?" I talked about this on Twitter a little bit. I would like to genuinely, like, if I had time to prep and actually, like, get on, like, a proper diet and, like, learn all this shit, I would be more than willing to fight, like, Ray William Johnson. Like, I would love to do that. Because it's two Rays. Yeah. You know, like, we're both, I think we're both, like, somewhat equivalent heights. As far as I can remember.
You're about to say. I have no idea.
I don't know how tall Ray William Johnson is, but I doubt he's more than 5'6". Like, that would be astonishing to me.
Let's see. William Johnson, height.
Yeah, 5'6".
Yeah, he's 5'6".
Yeah, look at that. Nailed it.
Ray William nigga. Yeah, 5'6".
So I would do that.
What about
personally?
You, Derek?
Yeah, that would have been good. I mean, man, I don't have like somebody who I want, who I don't know anyone that like I want to give the smoke to, you know, like I don't know. I to be honest, like I don't want to, I wouldn't want this energy to get out there, but I know like there's no crossover, so it's fine with me saying that I wouldn't mind boxing Ethan Ralph. I think that would be so fucking
Did you see him
fun.
get punched at the bowling
yes.
alley?
Yeah.
I fucking, dude, his face is a magnet for fist. Like, he can't help it.
Arrest
I don't know.
this
guy. I've never arrest him.
Arrest him.
This stupid cowboy dude. There's just I'm telling you, man, there's he I feel he's doing it for us.
Oh,
because how does he keep getting punched in the face publicly? I don't understand. I've never seen anyone be in situations like this so many times in such a small window.
I would love to fight Keemstar and just hit him so hard he goes still for a little too long. Like, everyone is like, yo. I know I wouldn't be in the same weight as Keemstar, but like, who's someone, or like, cause I don't know, like I just want to have a fight where I hit someone so hard, cause I have a deadly right hook, and I would love to just get it back to where it was when I was like maybe 19, when I was actually hitting the bag a bunch and just knock someone unconscious.
Do you think
like
that
the Jason Bourne shit where he hits that black guy and he falls down and then the scene is quiet and I'm like, damn, bro.
Do you think 19 was your strongest?
19 was my most physically fit. I think my strongest is probably like 20, 22, 23.
It's probably now, man. Usually people in their fucking, you've heard of everybody calls it man strength.
Oh yeah, like I'm not as refined, you know. Like I know if I went like hard for a year and worked out, I would be in the best shape and the best form of my life, you know, in like my late 20s. But like, I was the most tuned then, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I think when I was 24, I probably could have. That was probably like when I could have fought effectively, but like, I haven't moved in fucking years.
Bro, I'm so soft now compared to like, because you know when you're getting hurt and when you're fighting a bunch, things don't hurt you. You know, like when you get hit, like there were times where like I've definitely hit my hand against something. I didn't feel anything at all. Like because my body was so used to constant, like I was under pressure all the time, so my body was hardened. But now, if I like high five someone too hard, like I'll notice I high five them, and I'm like, damn, I used to be a god amongst men.
What are you still doing high fiving?
Yeah, I five people every now and then. I high five a lot. I high five women so they don't get near me.
What do you mean, like to avoid a hug?
Yeah, like whoa, bang, stay where you are.
Stay where you are. Stay away from me.
You're gonna get me in trouble somehow, and I'm not gonna let that happen.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
For a hug, huh?
Okay.
I'm trying to become a huge incel, bro.
So it's me, Chris Reagan versus Ray William Johnson, Derek Blackman versus Ethan Ralph, and then Keemstar versus fucking Tom Sweeney. That's your fucking boxing match.
Could you imagine, like, if the fight starts, ding ding ding, Keemstar comes in, I hit him one time.
You would kill Keemstar. Keemstar is like 2 inches of.
I hit him one time, and it's quiet. And like the people are in the ring with him for like 15 minutes. And I'm just I forgot what that fight was in UFC. Where was that? That really fucking wall of a black dude hit that other guy. He knocked him out after like 3 hits, and they were in the ring with him for like 3 minutes, and it got to the point that the guy was like praying he didn't kill him. He's the heavyweight, the hardest punch. I forgot his name. He was in Jackass too. I forgot what his name was, but he hit the guy.
Francis Ngannou, but I'm trying to think of who you're talking about.
I think was it Francis Ngannou? I think it might have been him.
Well, Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher. And he's currently the heavyweight champion.
And he hit him, and it was sad because it was funny at first. Because you know, after you knock somebody, you do the boast. You're like, yeah, and then it was just like, he's still on the ground.
Was it Alistair Overeem when you knocked out Alistair Overeem when you fucking uppercutted him into oblivion?
Knocking yourself out.
You're not supposed to be getting knocked out at all. Period. At all. Period.
That's the thing. It's like the thing with boxing is like, I can't separate it. Like, it's on the thing with boxing to me, right? And it's why I have a hard time with appreciating it as a sport, right? I appreciate like the workout, like the people that like the people who get in shape for it, like that's fine. But to me, it's like you're approaching a level of barbarism that you might as well just go into a coliseum. Like, I just don't understand.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
You can't just shut people's synapses off daily.
Chris, very often people don't get knocked unconscious. That's the thing.
It's not really. But then what's the point?
It's the point. It's the art of it. It's literally the art of it. It's the art of like watching someone.
No, the point of boxing.
There is an art to
arts.
punching. What are you talking about, bro?
I mean, there's a style.
There's an art. That's why someone that could be your size that just knows how to punch can throw a punch that's way more devastating than you do. Because there's a whole science and an art to it. The fact, like seeing Floyd Mayweather fight, it may be boring when you don't have an eye for watching people avoid a contact and then being able to counter strike like that. But when you dissect his fighting style, it's like what Muhammad Ali dreamed of. It's that.
I think it's as simple as just not understanding it versus understanding it. I think it's as simple as that. It's like people that don't like metal. They don't I don't understand it. I can't understand what it's saying. It's too loud. It's too like they don't understand it. But then, like, say, I know people that did start to understand it. Like, oh, this shit's awesome.
Literally
I think it comes down to that.
I am one of those people. I hated metal for years until I was like, I'm just gonna actually listen to this, and I'm like, I can really appreciate this now.
It's like watching what is that? The Korean StarCraft. Like people who are like really good at playing StarCraft. I look at it and I'm like, this is probably impressive. Like I can't do that, but also I can't.
Just fucking RTSs in general. When you see people doing like Dota 2 or fucking League of Legends, when you see all the shit that's happening, I'm just like, dude, I know I can understand this. I don't care enough to. I don't care enough to understand it. I look at it and I'm like, I'm good.
That's part of it.
Bro, it's impressive, dude.
I mean, I know it is, but I just don't know what I'm looking at. And that was the same thing when pretty much, I think that's when I stopped playing Diablo 2, when I started getting into those fucking like, you start getting into those fucking like realms where like there's just too much shit happening on the screen, where I was like, dude, this, I feel like this sucks for epileptic people because they can't play this, number one. And number two, I was just like, I like when there's just a few things going on, but like literally there's a bunch of people just fucking shit up and there's numbers flying everywhere and there's spells spilling everywhere and I'm like,
it's like watching those fucking Michael Bay Transformers movies and you're trying to discern like which one is the like.
Where does he start or where does he end?
It's like a mess. It's just a mess of metal.
I never fucking had that problem. I thought that was a boomer thing.
No, I fucking. It is such a mess of CGI that it just like it blend. The same problem happened to me a little bit in at the end of Endgame. Venom also, but at the end of Endgame when like everybody's like in that dark, dimly lit like planet, and like they're all like it's just a mess, and you're like, where's the one I care about? You know, in this,
I feel like something like especially with I feel like people who are really into FPS should have zero problem with this. Because I feel like you guys are so hyper focused that you should really be able to discern what you're looking at.
I see shit that I shouldn't sometimes.
Strange to me that you would have a. There's like I never had that issue with and I suck at FPSs, man. Like I'm very like not focused.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have that issue with some FPSs. There are definitely some FPSs where like the game looks so real, and there's so many like like a lot of the budget behind them gets put into the graphics, you know, in the presentation. It's like, look at the foliage and like, look at how like I remember I had this problem with the most recent Call of Duty where I'm like, I can't see the people because the grass is getting in the way. And it's just like, this isn't like, it's why I play like Halo and arena shooters, because people stick out like a sore thumb. It's like, it's more about like, okay, you know, it's less about like trying to discern, because dude, people in, you could wear a camo shirt and black pants and effectively hide in a forest. Like, it's like,
yeah, for real though.
It is insane, like how much that shit tricks your eye. And when it's like in a video game where everything is pixels, it's like just becomes
that's
like
a good point.
It's
that's
weird.
I
don't know. It's Call of Duty.
So bad at Call of Duty. There's
so many reasons why Call of Duty sucks to me. You know, like there's points where you get like, oh, I'm gonna get this vantage point and I can fucking put a claymore in front of my door and then no one can get me. I can camp here effectively, or I can like hide in a bathtub the whole game. And like people that are going to attack me have a disadvantage because for some reason me being in a bathtub gives me an extreme advantage in combat. It is shit like that. It's like, this is why Call of Duty is just the worst shit to me. This is why
the thing
Call
that
of Duty
bothers
is the
me,
worst kind of game to me on the planet.
The thing that bothers me is that they focus so much on the realism of the presentation, where it's like, oh yeah, it looks real, all the foliage is real, everything, the trees are moving, there's like all this, there's fucking particles and like pages from like random papers like flying around in the like all the time. But like if you aim at somebody with a sniper rifle, they can see you because there's a big fucking glare in their eyes, and it's like, I don't know. Call of Duty's like a weird. I haven't played a Call of Duty game and had fun in a very, very long time.
Ever.
But since we're on the subject, kinda, I'm just a silly little dum-dum. Don't hurt me, please. Wrote in. He says, "Howdy, humans of snark. What would you say is the most underrated game of all time? Personally, I adore Mirror's Edge and don't understand how it's not being celebrated as one of the greatest games of all time. All right, let's calm down. Mirror's Edge is cool.
Well, I want to back them up a little bit.
Control
and say,
for me.
I wish that people, because the people like FPS people, I'm like, here's the real experience of first person, and they're like, oh, I'm Disney and shit. I'm like, you're gay. I'm like, this is what I've always wanted. I always hated the anti-realism of a. Like, first of all, with a first-person shooter, the fucking line of sight that you have is so not real. Like, everything about it is not real. Like, especially when you're fucking aiming down your sight. I'm like, this is not how I would look if I was looking down the barrel of my gun, and how I can see all this dumb shit, you know, like, everything about it is just, I like where they were just trying to go in a direction like, all right, dude, everything, the turns, the flips, and all that stuff, we're gonna fucking keep the camera as if it would be. I really did appreciate that.
Mirror's Edge is fantastic.
Right. Good game. For me, I think Control
is
underrated.
That it fucking kind of, you know, just...
Yeah,
the second one.
The second one...
Like, I don't remember too very well.
The second one was not good. They did a weird... I don't know what the hell they did with it. They, like, rebooted it. They like, did the first game again, but they changed a lot about it. Like, because I remember the first game had, like, drawn cutscenes, I'm pretty sure, right? It was like... Because I remember there were two different art styles in that game, where it was like the gameplay, and then like you had like the kind of graphic novel style cutscenes with Faith and like the shit that was going on with her. And I remember like thinking this was cool as shit. And then the sequel, they just like, no, it's Unreal Engine, and it's like,
awesome, bro. This is awesome, man. I love Mirror's Edge. I love hanging out with the mirrors.
That second one had a good theme song. If you guys look that up.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It was very catchy.
Real cool,
but
Neutron.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that's my answer though. But I just want to at least support and say that was. I love what they tried to do. It was pretty ballsy, you know, because most people with that parkour shit, they kind of do half and half. Like they keep it kind of grounded towards not.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, they really went all in with it, and it turned out pretty good. Like, I remember, like, there was another game around that time that was, like, parkour was really big around that time, but, like, nobody did it right except for Mirror's Edge. Like,
it went hard.
Do you remember Brink? This is, like, a really deep cut. This is, like...
Yeah.
Was it a 360 game?
It was a 360 PS3 game. It was Bethesda, if I remember correctly. Brink video game... 360.
I just remember sliding. Like, there was a lot of sliding in that game, yeah.
Yeah, Brink. Bethesda Softworks, developed by Splash Damage. That was 2011. Okay, so that was like a little bit later. But yeah, that was like supposed to be like this. Like, yeah, it's an FPS and there's parkour and you can do all sorts of crazy flips and shit. And it was like, it was terrible. It was not good at all.
It was terrible.
It was really sad. But yeah, I don't know. You said Control.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what that. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
That's a game that takes place in Alan Wake universe that no one talks about really, even though it's like some of the best it has the best mechanics for telekies I've seen in a video game actually.
Yeah, it's
so good.
Control is really fucking solid.
So
honestly, man, like underrated. I don't know. I feel like underrated means like
and obviously Super Metroid.
No, Super Metroid isn't underrated.
One of the most celebrated games of all time.
Like, shut the fuck
lunatic. Up. Halo 2. No,
I think we don't talk about Super Metroid enough in the best games conversation.
I think Bastion, honestly, kind of. Like, I don't think anybody really talks about Bastion. It's like a really old. It's like 2011, so it's like kind of like ancient. And the only real fanfare that it's had recently was being butchered by Imagine Dragons. So like,
the man.
So like,
right.
So I don't know. I feel like Bastion's definitely.
I think a game that I want everybody to play. It's called Illusion of Gaia. I want everybody to play that game because it has one of the best fucking stories of. It's a Super Nintendo game. There's another version of it. Whatever has a different name, but Illusion of Gaia is the version I played, and it's like a Link to the Past, but better in my opinion. Like, that's why, a lot of people are like, oh, you really? Because, that's so fucking universally celebrated. But I think everything about the combat, the story, fucking everything about it is just better. It's a fucking solid game, and I wish fucking it would make a comeback or something.
It's not happening.
It's definitely not.
My roommate Joe has an unopened copy of Legend of Dragoon.
Really?
Why does he have an unopened copy?
You know how much that's worth?
I don't know.
Probably a lot.
Probably
at
a
least $300.
staggering amount of dollars.
Legend of Dragoon unopened.
It's probably at least $300. That's usually like the going bid.
Just has
you
one.
could sell it for $200.
Okay.
Joe just has
there's one for $225. There's one for $175.
Why does he have it? Did he just like never play it?
No, because Joe just gets given stuff. People give Joe things. They just give him things.
Well, tell him to give that to me because he doesn't appreciate it.
He has like an original Japanese copy of Mario 64. Doesn't he?
Yeah, he has a Japanese copy of it.
Yeah,
just has it. I'm just like,
I want an unopened copy.
He has, and I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. He has more than one copy of base set Charizard.
What is that?
He had like the original Charizard Pokemon card was like a $200,000. He has more than one of that.
Why does he not sell that?
I don't know. Yeah. He's like I haven't had a chance to appraise him because you have to appraise him obviously. So much you'll get from
base set Charizard.
Yes, bro. It's worth hundreds of thousands of
sale?
dollars.
Like, how do you even look value?
I feel like they're not worth as much as they were anymore because of a lot of people got into this fucking bullshit and this.
They
NFT
should still
shit
be at least worth a few $1,000s.
It should be worth something.
A base set Charizard. I'm looking at the value. I don't know if the terminology is right. It's $375 to $500.
Okay.
So definitely not thousands of dollars.
That's crazy because I know the base set was $200,000 for a period of time. I know that for sure.
That's crazy, man.
I
wish I have. Man, I want to know where the fuck it is.
That's the thing. The condition is the condition. Because a mint condition one is worth a house I've seen before, at least. Maybe not even.
I have somewhere in this very house a binder of the original 150. Like in all a binder. All of them. I collected all of them and then I was done. And then I was like, I don't care about Pokemon anymore. And it's in a binder, still in the sleeves, protected, never played with them. I don't know where the fuck that binder is. But it bothers the hell out of me.
Man.
I know.
I don't have anything like that. I have a few I have like 3 comics worth over $1,000. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Who dictated this being so fucking rare?
The price?
Even when I was a kid.
Well, the original base set, the original version base set, it only came out for X amount of time. Obviously, so there's a limited value in them. And then what happened is that
I knew a lot of people that had that fucking card.
Yeah, I know a lot of people had that card too. What happened is that people...
why was that more fucking valuable than like a fucking holographic Gyarados or something?
What happened is this. It's Charizard, so he's like one of the most famous Pokemon, obviously.
Yeah, I know.
And then 2, they were owned by children. And what do children do with shit? Destroy. They destroy shit. So what happened is that if you have that original one from that period of time in mint condition, that means you were either a child that understood, like, this may be worth something, or it's just like you just had it. So it's wild that people like had all those things. I know, like, even for Magic the Gathering, like the first base set, like one of the islands from that set is like $4,000. Just the island of blue mana. I'm just like, what?
I know I saw back in the day there was it was a card. It was just some giant motherfucker, and it was like 2 cards put together, and it was like really fucking. I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast, but my neighbor for a while, he was basically my age now, and it was the kid's dream because you went to his house, he had fat stacks of Pokemon cards, like stacks of holographic shit. All the fucking badass anime stuff that you could never get, like Guyver and shit. And then he had fucking everything, and you're like, oh my god, like he's and I'm like, oh, that's pretty much me now. Where I have all this dumb bullshit that a kid would fucking be all like in awe of. And at the time, I didn't understand it. I was like, how the fuck does he have all this stuff? I'm like, because he has a fucking job.
That's what happens when you're a little kid. Like, I noticed now when I was like, if I was like 14, like 13, my room would be a wonderland because I was like, oh, you have every video game you want. You have a computer to watch porn whenever you want. What? You just have everything, dude. How did you get your life so cool? And it's like, I'm not really that cool. It's like, nah, man, you're fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
bitch.
Dude, like, just even having like old consoles and seeing like because some of my cousins are younger and they're like, what is that? Just like, it's just like, yeah. I remember doing this exact thing to people.
Whoa, that's so like, cool, dude.
They'd be like, what is that? Is that a fucking, you got an Atari? It's crazy.
Whoa, they still have those? Whoa.
Well, how old is this?
Sonic and Knuckles cartridge with Streets of Rage 2 in it and shit, just for no reason. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I just found it in my storage.
Yeah,
dude, man.
Good times, man.
I wish I was a kid again. I just wish I could experience. I wish as a little kid I could have seen a PS5 and been like, and then brought back to my time. And it's like, man, graphics get so good. They get so good.
Just have a brain aneurysm.
Seriously, I would love to see how your brain would handle that because,
like, that's real life.
If you go out, okay, so Paul Phoenix in Tekken 3, his ending. He's riding his motorcycle in the desert, and then a cop pulls him over. When you see the cop, when they first show the cop, it was the best looking thing I've ever seen in my life, graphic wise. I was like, oh my god, that's a real fucking person. If you look now, I mean, look it's ass, but I understand why I thought it was so good. Yeah, because it was still kind of a good model for its time.
What was this? What is it you're talking about?
The guy's name is Tekken 3, Paul Phoenix ending.
Like, I'm really curious. Cop,
and it's playing some stupid music. Boom, 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 and like
the Tekken 2 soundtracks are great.
It shows him like, and then like there's a little bit of lens flare, and it shows his face like. When it first shows him, I was like, "Oh my god, that's the real person! That's a real fucking person!"
Oh my god! No, honestly, that's actually really good for that time.
Right for that time, I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's actually insane. In especially when you consider like the fact that we were all playing on CRTs.
Right.
Like, so there's like an element of blur to that.
It's
that
crazy.
Like you could. That is actually convincing today. Genuinely, like if you blurred that shot and like with the same exact VHS like CRT filtering over it, you could easily recreate that image with like a real person.
That's
and
it
wouldn't look like Kevin Spacey a little bit. It looks like Kevin Spacey if he just had a fucking cop helmet on and some aviators.
Yeah, kinda like I totally understand That's like an unreasonably well modeled cop for fucking 1999 or whatever the fuck. He's not even a main character. He's just a random cop in a cutscene. How expensive? Like there are characters in this game that look way worse
than that cop. That's hilarious.
So like,
thank you.
This is so funny. This is so funny to see because I'm bringing myself back to that time, and I can tell that I would be like blown away by this,
dude. That's next level shit. Then
Paul Phoenix looks like shit.
Thank you. That's what I liked it. Paul looks like fucking ass, and I was like, dude.
You know what it is though? They probably just because they're designing a character, right? They're designing like a character that needs to be striking, right? It needs to look cool. So obviously he's like exaggerated and cartoony. But then you have like we need to get him pulled over by a cop. It's like just I don't know. Like, let's look for a photo of a cop, I guess, and just do that. Because like even in the scene where like towards the end he's writing him the ticket and like Paul is like standing next to him, Paul looks like a fucking puppet, and then the cop just looks like real. The cop looks like he's positioned right because he's not like a crazy kooky fighting character. His head's like reasonably shaped because he doesn't have to be like iconic. Like everything about this is hilarious.
His arms are like out
this
like
hilarious.
this. Like if you look at him trying to reason with a cop, his arms are just out like this for no fucking reason.
This is hilarious. Oh my god, I remember
like,
this.
He's like a fucking marionette.
Yeah. I saw this many times because he was the easiest to beat Tekken with. Because he would have this like Phoenix Punch thing that was kind of like you just do the half circle triangle or whatever, and it would send the motherfucker flying across the screen. Then you double tap forward, and then you fucking tackle them, and then you punch them. It was just it was rinse and repeat.
I feel you.
It is really funny. I mean, it is so funny to me that like you brought this up because like I have never seen like a better FMV. You know what I mean? Like from PlayStation. Like look up the intro cinematic for Tekken 2. That shit is so bad looking. It's astounding. And at the time I remember thinking like this looks high tech. You know, I don't remember thinking it looked good per se, but like it definitely looked better than an NES, you know, which was like the last console that I had.
Oh my fucking god! What am I looking at?
Are you watching Tekken 2? Yes. Are you watching the Tekken 2? First of all, that soundtrack is bopping.
They usually have good soundtracks in general.
The Tekken 2 intro is so good, but everybody looks terrible. Like
the
no
rocks
one looks
look
good.
Like shit for real.
There's a scene specifically at like at 56 seconds where you see like PlayStation 1 era hair physics, and it does not hold up. It looks so wispy and disgusting.
Holy shit! Yeah,
and you know what's wild too? I remember seeing that scene as a kid and thinking it was hot as hell. I remember seeing this exact. I used to watch this a lot before I knew what to even do about it. You know,
this shit hits,
dude,
bro.
It looks like algae, dude. Her hair looks like fucking algae or something.
This shit hits
like just
hard.
At the bottom of the ocean.
It's a good song. The intro, I stand by that. The intro to Tekken 2 is like one of my favorite intro songs ever because it's got that like piano, like lounge kind of switch up in the middle.
All the robots, I forgot. That's the thing.
Oh, the Jizz 2, and then and then there's like Metal. There's so many of them.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
I always hate
Metal King.
Yoshimitsu was a robot in this one.
Right. I always hate that fucking every fighting game is pretty much about a tournament for some fucking reason.
Literally.
But then there's like some dumbass shit behind it. I'm like, can we just stop with the tournament fucking thing?
What else are they gonna do though? Like, how could you
just nothing? Like I don't need it.
Just
to
don't
be
do
anything.
it. Everybody showed up at a Dairy Queen.
It's like
and everybody was like, "God damn it, I want to fight."
What about Injustice?
Like,
Injustice has a pretty good story, and that's not.
Yes,
a
it does.
Well, see, that's exactly what it needs. Just have it be a story, and then the fighting mode is for the fourth wall breaking, right? Like, there doesn't need to be a fucking tournament. Like, I think Bloody Roar did that. I think Bloody Roar was like not a tournament; it was just an actual story, and then you just fight because it's a fighting game, or like you don't have to tie it to the. Like, oh, there's all this world.
Yeah, it's almost like there was a story there, but it wasn't like your reward for finishing each fight was more of a different story. It was like very weird. Like Bloody Roar is really weird.
You never finish the story. You just get more points until you're done.
I loved Bloody Roar. The way that you could like slam people through the ring barriers, and they would like do they would do that triple replay.
Right.
Where you'd like
Yes.
boom, 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 and then you'd see it from like all these different angles.
He'd be like, "You're a bitch, bro. You're a bitch. You're a bitch, dude."
What's
Bloody
Long,
Roar's sick.
dude? Long was the dopest because he had the most combo hits.
Long the
Long?
Tiger, right?
Yeah, like all you had to do was just keep hitting fucking triangle. No, not triangle, a square. And then at a certain point, just start hitting down and square. And then he would start doing this super 1,000 punch thing. And then you can just smack someone through the fucking screen. It still holds up to this day as far as the combo. So good.
Oh my god, I miss it so much.
Bloody Roar 2, we played it a little bit when we were packing up to move to our previous apartment. Like, because I found my PS1 and the cables that went along with it. We were playing the demo, because I had the demo disc with Bloody Roar 2, and it was like,
That's dope.
Like, it was Long the Tiger and Stun the Insect, and those are the only two characters.
Dude.
But I loved Stun.
Oh, Stun the Insect?
Yeah, he was a mummy.
like his
he was a
fucking-
mummy and
He
a
was a scarab.
mosquito, or like a beetle.
When he would do grappling moves, do you remember the sound he would make?
No, but I bet if I heard it would trigger me.
He basically sounds like he's nutting. He goes, hmm.
What, really?
Like, it sounds like, yeah, like, dude,
I thought it sounded like he was
watch.
drinking, but I guess I was wrong.
No, he does like it sounds like he's like, he's in pain, but at the same time it's pleasure.
He definitely had that, like that weird fucking, that weird clown-esque. He had a weird voice.
Eat this. I'm like, just go watch. Go fucking go see some of his fucking grappling moves.
All right, what's
Eat this. That reminds me of Budokai.
He grabs your ankle and slams you and shit, and like he just. And then I like when he's a beetle because then he has no more fucking. He doesn't make any sounds anymore. I'm like, all right, good.
That reminds me of fucking Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1, like when it would be like Kamehameha, because you had to do the fucking four punches.
I remember that. Yeah.
PPPPE.
PPP, side PPE or PPKKE for the fusions.
Yeah, I remember being so confused as a kid, being like PPKK.
PP.
PP.
Oh, like what? Like what's happening?
Yeah, the way that they would do their the fucking symbols and stuff of like the power.
I love Bloody Roar too.
Shit.
I love that game so much. So I wish I had it. So
I love
you can emulate
Bushizima has the best fucking You might be able to play it on GOG. Do you have that fucking that
I don't have GOG, but I might.
I don't have that either.
I mean, you can play Metal Gear on that for sure. You can play Metal Gear Solid playing GOG. Yeah,
I might have to look into that.
You should.
Yeah, it's probably like $5, whatever. They have some good games on there. Mortal Kombat 4.
Mortal Kombat
whatever.
4. All right, let's see. Question.
Oh, Buchuzima. The Chameleon has the best music in Bloody Roar 2. You listen to
I like the Wolf
so
Boxer, dude. He was my boy.
Hugo?
That was my boy.
Hugo was good because you can tell that they actually mocapped a real boxer.
I love that
his moves were fucking like fluid, like an actual boxer.
I love his only kick when he do a front flip and land on you.
He would do a little flip. It was like boom, boom, then pop, pop. Yeah.
And I'm just like, dang, bro, he's really trying to win. He doesn't know how to kick, but he's throwing his whole body at you. This is someone that needs to win.
Do you guys remember the moment that you saw like Fight Night on like 360?
Yeah, Fight Night round 3.
Because I remember that. I remember that really vividly because I don't care about boxing at all. Like I had some PS1 boxing games that I didn't really Knockout Kings, I think it was called. And like I had a couple of those, but like I don't care about boxing at all. I didn't really care about graphics at all, but I saw Fight Night round 3 at like a friend's house when he got the 360 when it first came out. And I was like fucking astonished.
Was 3 or 4 the first one for Xbox?
Dude, they still look good.
They don't have Fight Nights anymore though, right?
No, they stopped making them after Champion is still played online to this day. People fucking still make they still make Fight Night Champion videos.
Dude,
like,
I remember playing Fight Night and I picked Tyson and my friend picked Pacquiao and he beat the dog shit at me. The thing is that if you put like a heavyweight is not supposed to be putting his hands on like I know a lightweight is not supposed to be putting his hands on a heavyweight like that. That's like not how it's supposed to be. but my friend would knock the shit out of me all the time. Like, it was horrible. I love that game. That was so fun.
I mean, is it like I think they would make a shit because I know somebody's making a boxing game right now. I know I saw some previews of it. I forgot who or what, but it looks fucking cool. I have to look it up. But it was a lot of people. Like I said, there's still people still playing fucking Fight Night Champion. Like there's a vacuum because it's dude, boxing games are fun as fuck.
They are, bro.
Like all the way from Mike Tyson's Punch Out to fucking VR shit. Like boxing games are fun to play.
They're good to play. They're good games. What's
Damian Sawyers wrote in. He says, "Hey Chris, Derek, and cunt. Have you ever
what?
Watch your mouth, dude.
Have you ever played LA Noire? I've been going through it again, and I don't recall you guys ever mentioning it. It also kind of reminded me of wait. It also reminds me of the kind of open world game I enjoy more when it's open world, but only when it serves a story. I never played LA Noire.
I played it.
Well, it's funny. It's funny that
it's fine. It's a fine game.
I was gonna not like one of the most underrated games, but it is a very underrated game to me. When that question was happening, I was gonna say I think a lot of people should play LA Noire. And they remastered it, and they should try it out because it's really fun. But if you're not really into, like say those type of fucking GTA type of sandbox game, no matter the time period, then you're not gonna have fun with it. Like if you're over that shit, you're not gonna have fun with it. But
I think it's a good game. It's a good game. It's a good time period. You can be racist, so it's fun. Like, what did you do? Did you do it?
It's
like,
no, I didn't
really
do fun.
It. You seem like you did it.
The aesthetic is cool. The fucking the facial what is it called?
The facial animations that they did, like the crazy. What they did. Yeah, that was a crazy technology that they never used again.
Right.
Like,
how would they?
I think it looked good.
Didn't they try it in Injustice 2 or something?
I don't know. Let me look that up.
Maybe.
Because then they tried Injustice 2 and everyone hated it or something. I feel like I remember something like that happening. Everyone hated their facial expressions.
I'm looking at. There's a post on R Gaming from 5 years ago. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. I can't tell if people are laughing at it or if they think it's impressive.
I remember. I thought it looked. I don't know. I thought it looked fine, but I remember people shitting on it.
Huh?
Which game again?
Oh no! Injustice 2's facial animations look so good it's uncanny.
Oh, interesting. I swear I saw people shitting on it. Maybe it was just a few people that, and then I thought it was everybody. I don't know. Maybe I just misremembering.
Yeah, you're a part of the whole entire Simpsons, internet group. You're a part of Simpsons Twitter.
Yeah,
Simpsons Twitter.
Yeah.
This game and Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy have incredible realistic facial animations. I still haven't played Uncharted 4. My roommate just let me borrow it. I haven't played my. I just need everything available on PC, man. I'm tired of playing my fucking. I haven't hooked up my Xbox One in 2 years, and my PS4 I played Ghost of Tsushima, and then I haven't plugged it up since then.
Yeah.
Obviously it's different. I don't have any obligations to play everything, so. But I wish I could just fucking play everything on PC. It would just make life easier in general for everybody, I think.
It would, honestly.
And I feel like it also solve a lot of problems.
Put Nintendo games on PC so I can mod them, make them be better.
That's what I'm saying. It would solve so many problems for a lot of people. They're like, fuck, man, this game would be so much better if I could fuck with it. If I just had the options to do dumb shit in it. And you see, man, everybody loves... What's that guy's name? Banana Jam. Have you seen his Red Dead Redemption 2 videos?
Oh my god, is that the one where the little kid lassos fucking Arthur and
Get him.
around?
Did you see the second one?
No, I haven't.
Because the second one is I'm not exaggerating, is probably 20 times better than the first one.
You're lying.
It's it's one of the I promise you it's one of the it's called the Wild Wacky Modded West. It's the best video I've ever fucking seen on YouTube.
Dude, the little kid punching him in the back, little Jack punching Arthur in the back is the funniest shit ever. His little tiny
Watch
fist.
the second one, dude. I think it's called Wild Wacky Modded West. Let me just look it up just to be sure, so everybody can watch it too.
Oh, I did. I saw a little bit of this. Somebody showed it to me on stream, and I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at.
Okay,
because I had no context for the first one.
Red Dead Redemption 2: The Wild Wacky West came out 3 years ago, 7.5 million. And Obed Bananas. I said Banana Jam. I don't know who the fuck Banana Jam is. Obed Bananas. Red Dead Redemption 2, the modded Wacky West has 13 million. Just to show you that like it almost has twice the amount of views because it's so much better. It's probably one of the funniest fucking videos I've ever seen. And I'm not exaggerating.
They're remaking Max Payne.
Finally.
What?
Max Payne 1 and 2.
Finally.
Original Max Payne developer Remedy Entertainment teams up with Rockstar to remake the first 2 games for PS5, Series X, and PC.
Do we need Max Payne remakes?
Yeah, I feel like the original games are fine.
I thought those games came out a long time ago. I feel like Max Payne 3 came out in like 2006. So wow.
No, Max Payne 3 was like 2009?
It was later. It was a little later.
Max Payne 3 might have been like 2011 or 2012. Max Payne 3 release date 2012.
Yeah, because I remember it being a lot later.
Yeah, it was like on the tail end of the 360 PS3.
It was a sleeper, though. I think a lot of people liked it. I think a lot of people that played it, they liked it.
I liked 1 and 2 a lot. Was there a third one?
Yeah.
You just said, yeah.
We were just talking about that.
I wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking about 1 and 2, and I was like, I like those games a lot.
Yeah, Max Payne 1 and 2 are pretty cool. Like, I guess the whole comic panel thing might be dated. But like I don't know, I feel like that game still plays pretty well from what I remember. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's jump on. What do we got here?
Let's knock them all out, baby.
Cock blocking all the endangered species is my new kink. Wrote in. Says, hey all, question here. After hearing y'all talk about the dog eating a heart scene from One Tree Hill,
hell yeah,
it reminded me that Dan Scott is one of the most villainous people portrayed on television. Who the fuck is that?
The dad.
Is that the guy in the? He was one of the guys in the scene.
He was the dad.
He was the guy that looked like satisfied that happened, right?
No, he's one. He was one that looked over. He was like when I was in the hospital. Looked over and was like, my heart.
That video is so amazing. But all right, so what was the question? It reminded me of Dan Scott's one of the most. Who do you think is the most villainous character you have ever seen in media, games, movies, television, etc.? Dan is always my pick because he got his brother to fall in love with an escort he hired, ruined his wedding to her, and then he shot his brother to death. Jesus. Evil man fun. What is this show?
That shit happened in One Tree Hill?
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds like a fucking CW show, man.
It is a CW show.
Oh, it is? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, that makes perfect sense.
that makes a ton of sense. It's like when fucking Barack Obama got threatened by Gorilla Grodd in the past.
That is so awesome.
Hey, man,
so
some shit makes sense, some shit don't. I would say the most evil is...
I think you're answering it like you're in the first grade.
I think Betrayed, I think culturally it's got to be Joffrey. I think it's got to be Joffrey in Game of Thrones.
Joffrey sucked, bro.
Dude, he
Joffrey
sucked
and
so
Ramsay,
bad.
Bro.
He sucked. Ramsay, he did his job well, but he's not universally despised in the way that kid stopped acting after that shit. Like that was, and he did a fucking fantastic job because I'm telling you, I usually don't hate people like act because I know they're acting. Kid got me. He got me. I fucking hate. The casting was so brilliant for him. Because his face was so punchable,
he was a little twat. He was a little twat. He's
so,
like, oh. It's like, I hate you.
Like, twat-tastic, man. Piece of shit.
He was annoying, and he was a coward also, which made it worse.
Imagine getting hated for the rest of your life for a show that sucked.
The ending sucked.
I mean, what?
No one remembers. No one remember. No one. The thing is, like, when you think of Game of Thrones now, it's all in the context of it sucking. Like, that's the context of Game of Thrones now.
You're somewhat right.
You're probably right.
I do have the urge to, like, go back and watch it, and then and then there's a part of me I'm like, but then I don't want to because I remember how shitty it ends. Like,
it ends very poorly.
I have that. I have that where I really enjoyed the first few seasons. I enjoyed most of the seasons. I think 7's biggest problem was way too fucking short. And
I don't know, man. There's a lot of problems with all of them. 8 was too dark. 7 was too short.
Well, 8 was fucking just it was completely checked out. We don't even need to go over that. 7, I feel like if they had time to flesh it out, I think it could have been good. That's in my opinion.
I think he's dying.
They just.
I'm thinking.
I was like, oh, his heart exploded. He's like, just.
You're slumping over like that fucking British comedian who died on stage, and it's like making me nervous.
That guy that threw up. Just throws up a bunch.
that guy at the baseball stadium throwing up into his own hands. I've never
seen someone throw up like that, bro.
That is the funniest video I've ever fucking.
That shit is not.
You've never
funny.
seen that video? Oh
no,
my god!
What?
Derek, you see it and you have. It's like you have empathy for it. But also, you can't. It's such a sad state that it's fucking funny. He's at a baseball. Let me look it up. I don't know.
He throws up forever, bro. He throws up 5 ever,
baseball
dude.
guy throwing up in hand, or what? Do I?
Bro, it's bad, bro. He throws up so much.
Is it a baseball game?
Yes, baseball game.
Oh man. Yeah. If you Google it, it's called. Oh man, it's not even on YouTube. That sucks.
Heavy set gentleman at a baseball game pukes into his hand and down his shirt. Is it that? Or what is it?
Yeah.
God damn it! I'm trying to.
Is he like really fat with the blue hat on?
Yeah.
Blue hat on.
Okay.
Literally him. It's him.
Yes.
It's him. 100% him.
Okay.
It's him. It's him. I know it. I know it. I know it. Put in the chat.
Yeah. He's got a.
Oh, he has his hat right.
Put in the chat, Derek. I gotta see this shit.
Multiple people filming him.
Bro,
he just becomes a waterfall.
He's oozing, my guy.
Dude, he was throwing up so much the other person behind him stopped filming him. I got enough fucking footage.
That's enough. I can destroy you already.
You have to understand, like, there was enough time for him to get a decent amount of footage of him throwing up and a decent amount of him. Like, there had to have been enough time for him to have pulled out his phone to begin to record him. It's like, okay, that's somebody I should be recording right now.
Like, well, he's still throwing up.
Dude, you ever seen? You ever played Dante's Inferno? You ever played a video game?
Yeah.
Like when you go to the gluttony fucking ring, like when you go, like that's this guy, like just with clothes on. So there's those fat dudes that throw up and shit on you. And that's this guy.
Dude, it just never ends. He just keeps going.
Like you had too much, dude. Like I know big people and they don't like this guy is the over the top. He's the stereotype of just
it's so disgusting.
Eating and drinking so much that he won't even move, he won't even leave. Like say if I were throwing up like that, I would hunch over. I would at least get on the ground or something. I wouldn't want everybody to see me throwing up into my hand.
He's just I love that he's like it's almost like he's like no one will notice. If I cover my mouth, funny. If I cover my mouth, maybe they'll think I'm sucking on a lollipop or something. And meanwhile, his shirt is this cascade. It looks like a landslide.
It's so disgusting.
It looks so bad. It's so bad, man.
It's such a sickening video. That poor guy. But
how much did he drink, bro?
Too much, bro.
Enough.
Too much.
Enough. He's just trying to be like, God damn, at a baseball game, I gotta make this entertaining.
I'm here by myself. There's no girl. There's no wife and the kids.
Yeah, he's not even with anybody. Like, that's what's so insane. It's like he's at a baseball game by himself, throwing up into his own hands.
I found a different title of it. Fat guy puking at baseball game. America edition. Based guy pukes.
Oh my god!
I was like, why is this guy?
Because he's stoic about it. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna throw up in a dignified way. I'm not gonna get on my knees. I'm not gonna go to the bathroom. You know what? This is my chair. I paid for this seat, and damn it, I'm gonna vomit all over it if I have to.
That's a good point.
There you go, bro.
A very good point.
You know, these liberals think they can take my seat away from me.
Hey man, it'll be like that.
Yeah.
All right, Sweeney. Sweeney is my Black Danny DeVito. Sweeney is Black Danny DeVito. Wrote in.
Okay.
Says, hello, trifecta of missing family members. I feel like everyone has a hobby in particular that's a money hole nobody else understands, but tickles your brain in just the right way. Mine in particular is vinyl, and I'm wondering what your guys' are. Thanks for the weekly yucks. I don't stick with these hobbies enough to really have one, but I do dabble in a lot of them. Like Amaranth. I have like Amaranth. You pay for your tier 3 Amaranth sub?
Amaranth, bro.
Yeah, did you get one of her fucking fart jars for like a 500 or 1,000, whatever it was?
Bro, I got 3, bro. I got 3, bro. I'm fucking so excited. I want Uber Man.
Your
what do you do? What do you do?
Maxed out and shit.
What do? You go to your friend's house. You haven't seen him in a long time. You go into his. You're like, oh, you're hanging out, and you're like, man, I'm a little thirsty. And then you go into his fridge, and he has 3 of those fart jars.
You ignore it
in the fridge.
You ignore it.
I wouldn't ignore it.
I'd have to bring it up.
I would ignore it.
I'd have to bring it up purely because of I can't let my friend be this irresponsible with his money. I just can't.
I can't get involved.
I can't let my friend.
I can't have that talk with him. It's like a parent having a sex talk. I can't do it. Get somebody else.
I don't think, I feel like it's like there's levels. I feel like there's certain things that I don't like. I have a friend that he's the same age as me, and me and my other friends. I don't think any of my friends listen to this, so I don't give a shit. But like I speculate, we think he's never banged a chick before. You know, he's same age as me, and we all like kind of wonder, but we don't know. And it's been too long. You know, I've known him since I was 13, and it's been too long where it's like I should have asked him so long ago. Now it's just too long. I can't bring it up. I can never bring it up. However,
just bring it up.
Literally,
it's not like if he hasn't brought it up, there's a reason why.
Is he like asexual?
No, I don't. No, definitely not. Because I know this dude, like he's definitely tried to get at some chicks, right? It didn't work out, whatever. But it's gone too long where it's no matter what, it's gonna be a fucking awkward conversation. And since he's never brought it up himself, just to be like, damn, dude, like I want to get some pussy or whatever, this and that, and then I'd talk about it like an invitation to talk about it. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't know how to bring it up. I don't think I'm ever gonna bring it up unless he starts the conversation. You know?
Sucks, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, but I can talk to him about if he had fart jars. I can definitely talk to him about that because that's just fucking weird. Where I'm like, dude, you know, look, I wouldn't shame you if they were like $10 a pop or something. Why are you paying for amaranthins? Look, I'm gonna say it's fucking weird, but I mean, if you're into fart jars, what am I gonna tell him not to do it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, I'm not gonna tell him not to do it, but if you're paying for amaranths, like, I think let's see how much it was. I think it was like 500 or 1,000 bucks. I can't remember. It was whatever it was.
Your eyes turned green,
like Hulk's.
I saw a guy open up one of those jars on a stream, you know, but he opened it like I saw him like open it up on stream. It's like, oh my god, it stinks, which allows me to think that, you know, she's just
it's so fucking pungent. Oh
I want to see. God. Maybe that guy at the baseball. Maybe he just took a whiff of one of the jars.
Oh my fucking god! Such a terrible.
You don't see the baseball game with the fart jar.
You don't see his left hand. All over it. You don't see his left hand. It's holding an open fart jar from Amaranth. He's puking for the rest. He's still there. He's still at the baseball stadium.
I like the for me.
He's
honestly,
thin now, though. He's thin. He's like 106 pounds. He's been throwing up the whole time for months.
He puked up all the fat in his body too. At first it was food, then it was fat, and it's muscle. Now he's just tiny. He's just.
Dude, you think he's gonna start selling workout programs? We're like, yo. All you gotta do is just buy
like
one
really he's really charismatic about it. It's like, here's how I lost 300 pounds in 5 days, and then it does like the original video of him throwing up at the baseball game, like spins into frame, and like then it stays there,
like fucking Movie Maker.
Yeah, like Movie Maker.
Oh my god!
And there's no music. There's no music underneath it. It's just dead silence as he just vomits in a chair.
Oh my god! Okay, next question. For me,
$1,000.
For me,
$1,000
for a fart jar.
Yeah,
well, that's not too much. I mean, nothing.
That's not too much.
For you, what? It's obviously comics for you.
It's comics
monetizing. Oh man, that's so crazy.
And D&D?
Yeah.
What, you mean like the books and stuff and like dice?
Yeah, I have like 2 sets of dice worth over $200.
Yeah, you have those custom Spider-Man ones too.
Yeah, they're just dice, bro. They're just dice.
That's pretty extreme, but yeah, I get it.
You know,
I don't know.
I don't have anything that's consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's like I dabble in I guess I have a lot of guitars, but I don't I don't necessarily like go out of my way to collect them. It's usually like
right.
Our friend Lyle is like, "Hey, I'm getting rid of this 7-string guitar," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't have a 7-string. I'll buy that, sure." Or like, "Oh, I've always like that one specifically. Like, I've always wanted like a white Les Paul, so I was like, I'm gonna get the white Les Paul." But like, it's not like a common.
You got that one a while ago, though, right? That's not a new guitar, right?
I got that one like years ago.
Yeah, that one's not.
So like, I haven't bought a new guitar in fucking.
You got that guitar, I feel like, before we left New York.
We did, yeah.
I remember when you got the guitar.
I got it before I left New York, and the last guitar I bought was the one that I got from Lyle.
Yeah.
The 7-string, which was like I think 2 years ago at this point. But I mean, I guess I have like some like, if stuff comes out that's like related to IPs that I like if like a Destiny Grimoire compendium comes out with like lore, it's like I'll get that because I kind of it's.
Ooh, and Magic now too. I'm just a fucking nerd. All the nerd shit. I collect a bunch of nerd shit. I don't collect figurines yet, but that's because I haven't gotten my first one yet. I want to get a really nice Miles Morales figurine or that one.
Figurines are fun, man. I just like the way they look.
I want to get a really nice Miles Morales one.
Handful, yeah.
It's a step away from it's like an acceptable toy.
It's fine. I'm fine with it being a toy.
I'm fine. I have a lot of Master Chief action figures, man.
When you really think about it, everything you buy as an adult for fun is pretty much just a toy.
Yeah, video games are toys, basically.
You know? Right. When I look at how many, bro, I have so many comic like trade paperbacks, but I have so many more like single issues to the point that I had to weed myself back and be like, I won't buy comics until I finish comics, and it sucks. But like, I can't validate buying them anymore. I have too many. I don't even have like an outrageous amount. I just have too many that I haven't even touched yet. So I got to work through that.
That's kind of like the whole fucking everybody does the same thing, like on especially on PC, where you just buy a bunch of games, especially if they're on sale or something, and then you just buy them. They're just there. And I'm like, I'm like honest with myself. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna play this because I just don't have. But it was fucking $3. So how am I not gonna buy it? I just bought that. What was it? That it was like a game that. Oh wait, no, I didn't buy it. It was in my cart. Shit! I missed it. It's not $3 anymore.
What game?
It was like $3. Lords of the Fallen.
Oh,
like Lords of the Fallen. They're like I was gonna buy for $3. It was like $3 or $4, but I just missed the sale.
You know what I got?
I'm not gonna buy it anymore because it's $30.
I got Dragon Age Origins for $5, a specialist with everything in it. Everything with it.
Does it have the Awakening expansion?
Yep, all of it.
Okay, that's good price.
That's pretty good value.
I was like, nice, yeah.
That's pretty fucking
solid.
I
actually just bought. I bought because I feel like I want to play it again because I only played it on 360. But Dragon Age 2, and that one gets it's not. I don't think it's as bad as people fucking give it.
Dragon Age 2 has an amazing story, but the combat is so weird.
I appreciated that they fucking because it's not just. I've never really been a point and click guy. Like, you know, BioWare their shit, where it's just basically just point and click and then go leave and make a sandwich. Stuff. Yeah, like, I've never really been about that life where I feel like, I literally feel like I kind of just start doing other shit when I'm doing combat. Where I'm like, I'm not even engaged anymore. So I like where they took, but then I think Inquisition, they balanced it out to where you can actually do either or.
Inquisition's a very good idea set-wise. I just think that Dragon Age 2's combat's a little. It's a very different combat from like Origins.
Well, it was kind of hack and slash, which a lot of people didn't like, I guess. Or it's which I'm a fan. I love fucking things up. And then what I did like was I thought the mages, they did a great idea because it made them look animated instead of just kind of standing around being like, They're actually doing like shit. They're actually fucking doing shit, and I'm like, oh, dude, this actually looks. This is why I fucking always hated Magic because they made people look so boring when they're casting shit.
That's not true, bro.
I think a lot of shit.
Set yourself on fire, then use fireball. Then you like spirit bomb the fireball up and throw it at people.
I just want like Magic to be. I like when Magic is interesting, but a lot of times it's just like pointing something and then the Magic's doing all the work. And I'm like,
you're right.
I like when people are fucking like, it looks like they're actually conjuring shit and there's something happening.
That's actually a huge, like, because I've been playing this this game that just this Ghostwire Tokyo or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo, yeah.
And like that's a huge element of why that game is even remotely good, because it's like just the feeling of like doing these crazy like sigils and shit and like fucking tethering, like that shit is so satisfying. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's like, it's not a good FPS really, because like it's not like Doom and it's not like fast or nothing, but like the feeling of using magic feels so satisfying in that game for that reason, because it just looks cool to use. Whereas like a lot of games in Magic, it's like, even in Dark Souls, like in some of the earlier Souls games, where it's like the magic is like the least interesting looking.
Oh god, it's the fucking worst.
It's good though, like the floating orbs in Demon Souls and Dark Souls. It's good. It's just kind of lame.
It's very
comparatively.
Passive. It's lamer to have a staff, or it's lamer to just like do this and like a little orb comes out of your hand and like damages an enemy, than it is to pick up a greatsword and like drag it through the ground and then slam it down on a person's head and watch them crumble underneath it. Like it's never going to be as satisfying from a tactile perspective.
Right.
So like,
I will say in Elden Ring, that fucking Kamehameha, or that, what is it, the Gallic gun?
Shit, bro.
That fucking Gallic gun is amazing.
The Gallic gun.
Bro, it's so wild.
Totally is.
You like take a moment to charge it, and then because I have an intelligence build, so I take a moment to charge it, but you can put a sigil on the floor that amps the fuck out of everything you do that's intelligence based. And there's like a boss that like he transforms into like a wolf with a giant sword. He's doing like fucking gainers and jumping off these columns. And I just sniped him out the air with it, and you could just see his life leave him while he's in the air falling down, and lands and just dies, and it's so fucking funny.
That wolf in Elden Ring, not super hard. I saw a lot of people, the wolf with the sword, the red wolf.
Which one are you talking about?
The wolf.
Oh,
that's
the
like
one in the castle.
In the castle, that's like there's like a wolf that has like a sword. Or
is it the academy? The academy.
Oh yeah,
the academy. Yeah.
He attacks a lot. That's it. He's not that hard to beat.
I beat him in 2 tries. Like that was like not a hard fight at all.
I forgot about it. You skipped it
and ran up to the other boss.
No, you can skip it. I didn't even know.
No, you can't, because you get trapped in that room. For me, there's another wolf that's very different. And it's using like it's like a black blade that every time it swings it like a Getsu Getensho like an energy wave comes out of it. And it's just jumping off these columns and like doing spins in the air. It's like,
where's that at? I don't remember if I fought that.
You probably wouldn't be there. It's like late game. It's like late
I gotta play.
Game.
I gotta play that game again. I'm starting to forget where I am.
Do you guys uncover the entire map?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm at the last boss.
I have not.
I couldn't do it without. I had to look it up, and I was so angry when I figured out how to do the last part, because the very north of the map, I could not figure how to get there.
You had to get.
I tried to do it organically.
You had to get the. You had to get
that fucking medallion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's one of the parts though is in the stupidest place ever that I feel like nobody found it organically.
For me, what's weird is that one of them is near the Volcano Manor, right? If I'm not mistaken.
One of them you have to fight a boss to get it.
I don't remember if it wasn't out of the way for me. That's the thing. I don't remember. I don't remember it being out of the way.
The fucking the one. Spoilers for anybody.
Spoilers
alert.
Sorry, guys. Spoiler alert.
Well, we're not really spoiling anything, but I just want to say now, if somebody wants to find this organically, I'm saying spoilers. Where the fucking the left side of the one is, because the right side is northeast, where you fucking and then you fight that fucking knight guy, and then you get it, and then cool. The other one, you have to go under. You have to go past all that water and shit south of the academy, and then you go fucking under this mountain. You go under it, and then it's just a completely dark fucking village. And then there's a pot, and there's a guy. God. You break him out of the pot, and then he gives it to you.
Wait, really?
Yes, dude.
Oh,
There's no way I would not have found this thing.
Wait, really? I don't remember doing that.
It's dark, and I've missed that pot completely.
I don't remember
never fucking found
that. Wait,
that.
no, that random village with the people that are crawling.
The people that are crawling,
and you get on top of that like lift that brings you up above.
The Albanorak village.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
It's basically. So it's south of the academy. It's all just a bunch of lake and water.
And there's a bunch of lake.
So you go south. Yeah, so you go south and a little bit of southwest, and there's a village under like basically
that's
this hill.
That's the Albinoric village. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't remember that. I don't remember even doing that.
You don't
part.
remember it being like
game.
it's almost pitch black, and there's like one little bonfire, and then there's a bridge that leads out to it. But it's
Wait,
very
yes. Now I know what you mean.
You can miss it.
Yes.
It's very easy to miss that fucking medallion. It's very easy to miss, and it pissed me off on how like you had to get fight a boss versus just trip upon this asshole in a fucking pot. And the contrast is insane. I got so mad that I was like, oh, that's why I couldn't find it. I was so fucking angry.
See, I somehow found that.
You had the fire giant glitch, right? Yeah, I found it too.
That's crazy.
You had the fire giant glitch, right?
Huh?
That's what I say about people that...
I had the fire giant glitch, man.
You're lucky,
dude.
bitch.
I had two... No, I mean, want to see how easy I was, too? The second time I fought... what's his name? When the king turns into the champion?
Oh, yeah, Godfrey?
Yeah, when he turns into whatever his name is, when he's just a regular warrior. Sorry, when he's a warrior. The second time I fought him, when he turned into a warrior, his life was on it was on 1 HP.
Oh, it saved it. That's
so for me.
Dude,
for me, what happened?
And I was like, oh my god, how am I not recording this shit? This is gold. But I was just playing it in my leisure. So the second, I didn't have to fight him, and I didn't notice it because you're not paying attention to his life. You're like, okay, I'm gonna have to fucking beat. I hit him once, and he died, and I was like, what happened? And then I realized that he just didn't have any life. I'm like, dude, this game is busted.
For me, what happened? What fight was crazy? There was a fight where have you fought Millennia yet?
Let's not get too.
Okay. Well,
let's not get too deep.
I can talk about Elden Ring all day. Yeah, I'll stop.
I fought. And it took me a minute to strategize.
I cheated.
Yeah.
I re-jumped her.
Yeah,
you jumped her. I cheated. I didn't fuck. Hate that bitch. Hate her. Bad as fuck though.
To me, I was like, I need to summon the Bloodborne and then just be an expert dodger and just you kind of have to like because at first I was trying to fight her like how I normally fight, and then I'm like, well, this isn't gonna work. You can't block. This dumb bitch. Fuck that bitch, dude. But yeah, all right, let's move on.
She's bad as fuck though, but fuck that bitch.
We'll do.
She is bad as fuck.
This last question.
And she's got dope armor. I like her fucking shit.
Armor set is garbage though. Like defense wise,
I love the helmet.
I know what you mean. Aesthetic is beautiful.
That's what I meant.
But the art, I just used the wolf armor.
Yeah,
bro.
it's useless.
I had that wolf armor at the beginning of the game, bro.
I use that that melted armor. Because it's just aesthetic. I don't even care about armor, like what it actually does. But it's like that melted shit where the helmet's kind of melted, and then At first, I was doing like a Weapon X thing. I was just like Wolverine. I was doing that shit at first, but I'm like, I need a little bit more defense than that.
I love it. Okay, now I want to play that game again. Now my drive to play the game is back.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've touched it. But,
right, it's been like a little over a week or two.
I might play a little bit tonight. But Cup-O-Matic
with a hot bitch. I took like a good 10 minutes to make this chick, and I'm like, yeah.
For me, as soon as I saw Blood the Werewolf dude, I was like, I can marry you. Instantly, I was like, I can marry you. I could easily marry you right now, like crazy.
Furry alert.
Just go start my life with you. Isn't that dude? He's handsome. He's a werewolf, and he's so respectful. Such a nice guy.
I just want to hang out with that fucking tortoise pulp, dude. That guy's dope.
Yeah, the turtle pope is awesome. He's so chill.
He's real nice.
I guess he has to be.
He's like, shit's crazy, but whatever.
His fucking hat, dude. His fucking hat. It's so awesome. I tried to jump on him, and he freaks out.
No, because if you jump at anybody, it counts as like attacking.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, that's why or if you dodge at people, it doesn't exactly count, but it raises that that yellow thing, it aggroes them a little bit. Yeah. Because I did that to that lady. There's like this lady in Liurnia who she's like, oh, can you get my necklace back? Somebody stole it.
I never gave her necklace back. I never got it back to her ever, and the game's over for me. Literally, I can't even go back because at a certain point, something happens that fucks the game for you. So I can't even go back to fix it anymore. It's just too late.
Yeah, there is a thing that I learned that restore, but what I mean was I accidentally jumped at her off my horse, and it triggered her for a second. It didn't It didn't like kill her or nothing, but like that circle that comes around them that goes like, oh, I didn't mean anything. Kind of comes up, and that's what happens when you like jump at people.
Jump on that bitch more.
That makes a lot of sense.
Hot tip. You can kill every single merchant, and then later on there's going to be...
You can absolve yourself, right?
There's going to be a thing later that lets you restore all that. So
I don't... The thing is that you kill every merchant, you kill them all, and then you just take the thing they had and you give it to the two-finger lady there. And it's better. Like that's technically a better way to go about it.
But then what I mean is like... But then you could like use the thing to like fix your standing with them.
Do they come back to life if they kill them?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Anyway, Couple-matic wrote in. This is the last question.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, hey, Snark Tank Gang. Hope you're having a wonderful day/night. Here's a question that'll be good for the podcast. What's your least favorite moment when it comes to watching episodic television or episodic shows? For me, it's when the main protagonist gets in trouble for a crime that they didn't commit, and at the end of everything gets resolved, even though he thought the audience... this is very specific, but the thing that came up to me was like immediately like in Euphoria where she... where she apparently gets sold, and it's not a big deal.
Not yet. That shit's gonna come back somehow.
That should be a big deal immediately.
That shit's gonna be a big deal later on, bro.
You lost an insane amount of money in drugs. You're being sold as property, and then you escape and whatever. Big fucking deal.
If that shit doesn't come back, I'll be very upset. But my favorite moment. My least favorite moment is when characters like just when the main character just gets like, because I like the idea of like ensembles, even in the sense of like heroic stories where like everyone's like together fighting, but then when the main character just gets some bullshit to happen, like just some they
pull something out of their ass. What do you mean?
It's like, what? You couldn't do that before. Where was this before when we could have used it when someone died?
That was like that was Spider-Man No Way Home for me when Ned just becomes magic all of a sudden.
That's true. He didn't know how to practice magic.
Like the shit.
But it was like, yeah, I get that could have been helpful before. No, there's a moment in Naruto where Naruto can heal. Naruto can heal himself. But there's a moment where Neji, the character he fought like in the beginning of the series, jumps in front of him and gets a spike through his stomach for no reason. First of all, his ability is he rotates and knocks shit away. That's what Neji does.
Oh, and then he didn't.
But he didn't do that, and he jumped in front of Naruto, a motherfucker that heals from everything, and gets killed. And I'm just like, why did they do that?
Yeah.
And then guess what the last word he says is,
oh shit, nigga.
Because I'm a genius. Swear to God. And I'm like, but that's the dumbest death in the series.
Yeah, that show sounds riveting. Sounds really good.
Dog.
Yeah, it sounds wonderful.
The ending of that show's so fucking bad, it's wild. They just forget.
I'm so glad I fell off of that show. Like I feel so blessed. Like I feel so blessed that I got out in time.
I don't know, that show sounds like Ninja Euphoria to me or some shit. I don't know, dude.
It probably is.
Ninja Euphoria.
It is. The thing about me is this, right? I know that closing a story is hard to do. It is.
I disagree.
It's not easy. It's not easy to close a story.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
People are trying to avoid tropes. That's why they fuck it up for themselves.
No. Oh yeah, that's true. But that's the thing. To close a story is not easy if you want to, because everything has to have an end, and everything, it's understandable that things have to end. You know, you got to be like, all right, eventually it's going to stop. But so often people mess it up that there has to be it has to not be the easiest thing.
No,
because the thing is that you have to have an idea where you're going to end.
There's a logical conclusion that something should come to an end, and so many people are fixated on just deviating from it. That's why they fuck it up.
I don't know, man.
There is a formula for a story that throughout history of telling stories, like Homer and all these pieces of shit.
Oh yeah, I understand, but like you guys remember writing essays, right? Obviously,
yeah. But like,
the closing paragraph.
It's the same thing. There's a formula. Don't deviate from the formula. You're gonna get a fucking bad grade. You know what I mean?
But you know the closing paragraph, right? For me, now that I'm taking a certain literature class, right? The idea is that you're supposed to, at the end, summarize and then leave one more question at the end, right? That's how closing paragraphs work. The ending, the final part of something. My teacher would be like, don't do that. End it. And I'm like, what do you mean? What does that mean? Like, how do you... have you ever thought deeper about this subject? It's really hard to end. I feel like it has to be hard to end stories.
No,
if people mess up so many times, I feel like it can't be easy.
No, here's the thing. People mess up a lot because they find stories with reasonable endings, and then they want them to continue in perpetuity. And then they don't know how to stretch a story out for decades upon decades, years upon years, and have it end satisfyingly, because usually those shows have extended past the point where they should have ended. Like, that's what happens a lot of the time.
I don't know,
it's
man.
Not hard to close stories. It's hard to stop at the right time, I guess.
Well, I think what you call it's going to stick the landing. Look
at. Think about just a simple story about, it's not even just a kid going to the grocery store to buy milk, and the conflict is he can't find his fucking wallet. He finds it, whatever, he buys the milk, goes home, everything is cool. The most basic, boring fucking story ever. What people usually want to do is, that's too basic. They need to throw some bullshit in it. They want to twist, they want to be smart about it. When most people, the general public, just wants a fucking resolution and to feel good at the very end of their goddamn story. And there's too many artists that don't want to do that.
I think it's the idea, because I feel like a lot of artists kind of want to end their shit. I feel like a lot of them are like, okay, I want this to be over. And then a company's like, no, the fuck you don't, bitch.
Right, but that's what I mean.
No, I understand that point, but let's just say divorced of an entity or producers or something, if it's your own fucking story. Like, there's no reason for you not to end it on basic and a feel-good thing to be like, okay, now everybody's going to be happy with this. It's like, say, the way that Game of Thrones ended. And the way that fucking, what happened to Daenerys and stuff. That is not good storytelling. We understand fucking if you haven't seen this shit, fucking whatever, it's been years, right? That motherfucker killing Daenerys, nobody wanted that. No. I disagree.
I think that Daenerys,
you're fucking crazy.
Daenerys, the writing was on the wall from the beginning with her. I think her dying at the end is still going to happen in the book.
We've talked about this. It's this motherfucker killing her. It's not a logical conclusion to come to.
I think it is. It's just the way they got you to that point.
It would have been praised. Do you understand?
No. The way it was done was not done well. It was done horribly. But I think the ending point is still going to be a sort of similar ending point. That's as far as that goes.
Him killing her was unnecessary. That didn't need to happen.
I will say, as somebody, I have not seen the show.
I think he would kill her.
I'll say, based on what I can tell, or based on what I can gather, is that last season was rushed pretty quickly. They rushed through a lot of things. And to me, it's one of those things where it's like, maybe
it should have been one more season.
In the context of the season, it probably didn't make a lot of sense for that character to kill Daenerys.
In the context of Overgan's story,
if they had given enough time for that to make sense, that's kind of like a big. It's almost like, you know what I think of sometimes when I think of this? It's like that Series of Unfortunate Events movie where they rush through like 3 books in one film, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, all of this should be happening, but like none of it matters because we don't have enough time to really care about what's going on. Yeah. And so you're left with at the end of the movie going like, I guess that was a fucking movie.
No, that's a good point, because you went from Daenerys being the savior of slaves to just killing a bunch of people immediately.
But the thing is that
in 2 episodes max. That's not enough time for that to happen.
No. The thing is that she's been doing that the whole series. The problem is she has. That's a fact. She has from the beginning. She's been doing. No, she has not been just. She's been killing bad people. But when somebody stood in her way, she always destroyed them. The whole series, from the very beginning.
They weren't fucking innocent bystanders,
no, I understand. I understand.
Then you don't understand then.
No, Derek,
she never did that before.
It's deeper context than that.
She will kill. No, you're fucking.
No,
this is
really
your interpretation
is. No,
of
it's not
something that
interpretation.
didn't happen.
This is what happens. Every time someone stood against her.
So why is it people? Who were the people that stood against her? Were they innocent, good people minding their business?
But the thing is that what you call it? She believes
you're not even answering the question.
But look,
they fucking innocent civilians just living their fucking lives, standing against her? Was that what was happening?
Derek, no, they weren't. They weren't.
So what is your?
But she wasn't. She didn't experience the trauma that she did already, and she didn't have the same things that was weighing on her head as before. When she killed the people in Marine, she was going to burn down all of Marine. She was going to destroy the place. She was going to kill every single person. And then Tyrion was like, yo, chill. He was like, yo, chill. He was there close enough to be like, yo.
What season was that?
That was season 4, bro.
Look at, man.
When it was still a great show.
People after the 4, then a lot of people, that's when people say things get iffy.
People were like, yo, I understand.
Daenerys
that
has never did anything, even with threats and whatnot. She's never did anything that was unreasonable of what a queen would do in that time, to just unnecessarily killing a bunch of people that had nothing to do with anything.
I understand.
That is like what Chris is saying, to his point. That is just not enough time for her to get to that point. That is not a logical conclusion for her to come to. And
I agree. I agree. In the context of what we were given, it was not enough time.
Killing her, and then the dragon just burning the goddamn chair.
That was stupid. Also, yes.
That is what I'm talking about. That is not good storytelling. That is not logical conclusions to come to. The dragon clearly should have killed him, if anything, if you wanted to just be real about it, which would at least made a little more sense, knowing he was going to die for doing this. It just the storytelling.
And then the fact that Jon doesn't die at the end, they don't kill him. The Unsullied let him go to the north. And a lot of the things are done not intelligibly. It's like, oh, this is stupid.
That's what I'm talking about with ignoring the logical conclusions. What should happen. Jon, he should die. We all know he should die, but he doesn't.
What happens
because
for me
is
is
ignoring those conclusions.
My argument was the idea that Daenerys' character, from the very beginning, every time someone stood against her, she would just destroy them, right? And what happens is Tyrion makes a good point. He was just like, dude, every time we cheered for her when she destroyed people, when she went after people that were wrong. But this time, and then she thinks like, oh, my perspective is right. It's the idea of having power. Her mindset got warped because of how much power she had. She was like,
in a matter of how long, like it just,
no. And I understand. In a matter of like a year or two. And that's what they.
No one would have had a problem with her coming to that. No one would have had a problem if there would have been time for it to breathe. Well, we can actually see her descent into madness. We didn't get that opportunity. By default, it's bad storytelling.
I think that it wasn't done with enough time. That's all I think. I think the writing was always on the wall. I just think that them getting there, they took a right through a fucking cornfield and got there instead of being go the right way and do it.
But it could have been on the wall, but at the same time, there could have been enough time for her to course correct. It's just like, say, there wasn't enough time. Here's a good example. In God of War 2018, there wasn't enough time for Loki or Atreus to, when he finally figured out that he's a god, and then he was a dick for just like a little bit. Now, in a series or something, there would have probably been multiple episodes or enough time for him to really be a menace. But in such a short time, you just course corrected, like, oh, what have I done? I've been such a piece of shit. I'm like, you were a piece of shit for let's see, to the
hour
game, probably like
an hour of gameplay. You're a little asshole,
Like, it was a little rush where I'm like, okay, that didn't last very long.
I understand, yo. Your argument. I don't disagree with your argument. I disagree with the idea because people are like, Daenerys wasn't becoming evil, and it's like, I saw that shit from the beginning.
I feel like there's because she never did anything. It's like there's potential. But there's always been potential. She's always been a kind of a bitch, right? There was potential for her. I
don't think she was a bitch because when she kills the guy she gets the slaves from, she makes a deal, right? Though the guy may be a piece of shit, she makes a deal with him to give her the dragon, and then she kills him. That's you made a deal for the dragon, for the Unsullied. You made your deal. Stick with your deal. She went there for the slavers and just took over there. Like, oh, this is not how this works anymore. Though I agree that slavers should not be allowed to do what they want to do. You do not come from somewhere else without any perspective how things go and just take over. And now the way you live is wrong. And then the slavers were like, we're not giving up the way we live because we've had it this way so long. And you know what? And I was like, and she was like, all right, fine. I'll kill everyone here. And how about that? And then Tyrion was like, yo, my nigga, chill. hey, yo, calm down. You can use your words, you know? Though there were problems about how she got to that point, I very much so think the whole time I was like watching her, because I read the books too, and I was like, she's tripping. Okay. But, and still, you don't rush the series like that. You don't make Arya Stark kill the Night King when Jon's whole character was to defeat the Night King. That is his purpose as a character.
So exactly when I talk about logical conclusions.
Yeah, like I understand what you mean though. You're right.
That's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, they wanted to be like, bet you didn't see this coming, and it's like, no, but like it's almost like, man,
the way they do him dirty, bro.
You expected to go home tonight and sleep, but we've set your house on fire. Bet you didn't see that coming. It's like, yeah, this is way worse than the boring reality that would have awaited me had I just been able to go to sleep. Sometimes subverting people's expectations isn't the right thing to do.
Sometimes way he got
being
stopped,
predictable
bro.
is totally fine if the predictability lends itself to the logic of the world you've set up.
Chris,
like, there's no one's gonna complain. Right. That like, oh, you know, Chief blew up a Halo ring and that's going to be a problem. It's like, no, of course.
Right. When you think about one of the most watched things ever is sports in general. Everybody knows the logical conclusions. One of the teams are going to win. You know what I mean? Like, they're expecting this, and they would be very pissed off if they
no one won. Nobody won. It was just over. And it's
no. What happens is somebody. What happens is you're watching a game, Yankees versus fucking whatever, and then suddenly
you win.
Another team comes in and wins after playing for 30 minutes. And you're like, yo, what the fuck? This isn't even the game I paid for,
Chris,
bro.
What makes it so bad is that you don't know about Game of Thrones, but it's insultive because the final part, that part's going on, right? Jon Snow's character is the character that's supposed to be the bridged. He's like the character that works as the one, like the good guy. That's the bridge. He's
supposed to have sex with the Night King, yeah, right.
Well, the bridge. He's like the bridger person of like that connects the story in a deeper meaning, right?
He's supposed to come on the Night King's face.
He's supposed to. But what happens is Jon Snow gets stuck by a dumbass dragon breathing fire at him. So he's just stuck behind the wall. And I'm just like, no. Like, reveal that Jon can't be burned anymore, that he acknowledges Targaryen blood. Or Jon does some wild shit and kills the dragon. Something. And he does nothing. That whole time after years of build up, bro. If that happens in the book, I'm going to Martin's house, bro. I'm breaking in his house. I'm gonna pull a Nate. I'm gonna pull a Nate from Euphoria and be in his house when he gets there.
Just beat his ass.
What's going on, George? Thanks for Elden Ring.
What if he meditates real hard and then he just becomes vapor?
I'm like damn, dude.
I wouldn't even. Oh my!
I'd be so mad. I'd be like, I'm gonna get you in that vapor existence you live in.
You went to George R.R. Martin's house and Rian Johnson's like whispering in his ear, and you see him writing the script for the next fucking.
Then he's like in trance. He's like, I'm like, get away from him! Get away from him!
You break into the wrong house.
And he disappears.
Is this George R.R. Martin's house? No, this is George R.R. Lucas's house.
George R.
He disappears after I tell him, get away from him, don't touch him. He turns to smoke and apparates away. And I'm like, George, are you okay? Are you okay? He's like, he was making me do it. He was making me. What have I done? Did I publish Winds of Winter already? You did, George, you did. No.
It's not done. No,
I can't finish it.
Hey, yo, FaZe Clan is in fucking. FaZe Clan is in the new.
FaZe Clan is in Game of Thrones.
Say it with your booty.
That's where we might as well end it there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, yo, shoobity doobity.
FaZe Will Smith. I don't know what you'd call it.
Will Smith and FaZe Clan.
Hancock. You know what's weird? I was cleaning my room and I found a ticket stub to Hancock.
No shit.
Yeah, fucking crazy. I was like, wow, I can't believe
you have that. That's interesting.
I don't think I didn't like intentionally keep it. I think like I just because like sometimes, especially with like certain rooms like this where it's like there's like a what do you call it? Like the moldings of the floor, and then like some like thin papers can get caught under like beds or like desks. Like I was moving shit like that, and I was like that I haven't moved in years, and I'm like, wow, a Hancock ticket stub. What the? I have that. I have that. I have Jojo Rabbit. These are not tickets that I've saved. Like I just have found them. But anyway, that's my next collection.
Could you imagine FaZe Clans in fucking Winds of Winter? I would be so upset. I would have to be monitored because I would do some wild shit if I'm not fucking kept under wraps.
I believe it.
I'd do some fuckery.
It might, man. He's dabbling into video games, so it's just one step away. FaZe Clan's probably already contacted him, like, dude, fucking Elden Ring was so dope. So how do you think about putting FaZe Clan as a DLC? And then,
oh my god, I hope to fucking god
as
that doesn't
the
happen.
DLC.
I would hate
thought
to
about
recommend
making FaZe Clan the DLC. I can't breathe.
I can't. I could not bear to have recommended a game to so many people only for it to get FaZe Clan DLC. Like that would be so hurtful to me. That was like when I was like, yeah, Crash Team Racing is great, guys, go play it. And then Activision was like 2 months later, they were like, we're gonna throw microtransactions in here now that everybody's recommended it to everybody. That was so sly. That was such a sickeningly sly, disgusting thing they did
For Crash, right?
Yeah, for Crash Team Racing, because they were like, all the reviews were like, and there's no monetization. It's great. Highly recommended. Like 9 out of 10. It was like reviewing really, really well. And then 2 months after that, when the reviews were all settled in, everybody was like enjoying it. Bam.
Take
$10
this.
fucking skins. And it's like, God,
what a bunch
fucking
of
damn it.
slick fucks.
What a bunch
Sickening,
of dick
honestly.
sucks, man. Dick
Really
sucks that one.
disrespectful.
Dick sucks.
But
I'm a dick suck.
oh my god, if you liked what you heard today, consider supporting us over at patreon.com/thesnarktank. Reminder that we will be in Virginia, Richmond at the end of this month now to see you guys live. tinyurl.com/sacred200.
Yeah.
You can get tickets there. I think there's only a few left, but
Get them if you can. Seriously.
Damn.
get them if you can.
Oh yeah, Connect 4, baby. Let's go.
Connect 4.
I'm not paying for money though. I'll pay you though.
He'll play, and you will have full rights
No.
to every paycheck he has going forward.
Forward, yeah. Eat my balls. I'm not doing that.
This is
either
not
that
legally binding.
or-
This is not legally binding. This will not happen. Don't worry.
You
will
can
not
like
win
punch
any money.
Lily if you want. No, I'm kidding.
$1 a month gets you
man.
early access to every episode and access to bonus solo episodes. Sweeney's episode is live. This I think you just put it out, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna do another one because of how long it took me to do that
Well,
one.
I'll do the next one early. I guess. When did you post it?
I posted mine like 2 days ago, so like very early this month.
So early next month, I'll post mine. Derek will go the next month, and then we'll alternate that way. For the foreseeable future. There's going to be extra episodes there. So $1 a month gets you early access to every episode and access to bonus solo episodes. $5 gets you a question right on the show. $10 gets you access to our Discord server. That's one payment in, you're in for good. I got to send out that invite after the show. And $25 gets your name dyslexically read at the end of the show, which I will now do. Sweeney, count me down.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, God. Here come the men in black, parentheses, hear me come, hear me come. God. I paid $25.
I get it.
I paid $25 to make a Euphoria joke, but I didn't watch the show. Fair enough. The nerd therapist, victim of sentience, cursed with thought, Detective Halligan, slayer of druids, sticky penis, Marge Simpson's buttery smooth voice, Tevin DeBlack, homie.
Fuck me, homie.
Homie, fuck me, homie. Fuck me,
dick
homie.
doesn't work,
Fuck me.
Dude, that's what she sounds like now.
Homie, they killed Osama bin Laden, homie.
No!
Oh, I had so much money on that guy.
Oh,
He's so late to that news. Tevin DeBlack, when my cock's out, it's my penis. It'll come now. Entertain us. Parentheses smells like teen dick spirit.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you.
Are they giving us more material? When my cock's out. Yeah, and
it's veiny.
When my cock is in your anus.
Yeah.
I always that music video is ruined because all I can think about is there's like a clip from the Weird Al parody where he's like he has this fake guitar and when he does that he bends the neck of the guitar and it's like rubber and it's like the fucking funniest image. So
I don't even remember that parody. What is it called?
I don't remember that one.
It was
Smells like
oh
School
my God.
Spirit?
No. It was oh my God, what is it? Fuck, hold on. It was a song about how no one could understand what he was saying.
Taint Spirit?
Smells like Dick Spirit.
Suck my cock off.
Oh, it smells like Nirvana.
And it was
literally just like about how no one could understand Kurt Cobain because he just mumbled through every single one.
My penis. And masturbation. Hey.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good song. Tevin DeBlack. When my cock's out, it's my penis. It'll come now. Entertain us. I, Chris Maldonado, want to get an absolute pounding from a big black cock. This is not a joke. I want to have sex with a man. That wasn't even a name. I just decided to say that.
Oh.
Hey. Hey, look who... Wait, what is that? Hey, look...
you?
No. Hey, look who's out in the streets. Don't you see that man? It's Kappa Mikey.
I don't know that. What's that?
Kappa Mikey is this terrible show. Nickelodeon, Nicky Ziggy, or Zicky Niggy. Interesting.
Ziggy, I know you. Calm down. You're tiptoeing.
I don't know if that's Nicky Ziggy though. That might not be.
You're tiptoeing, friend.
Mintberry, let me the fuck in. I'm Mintberry. Black. I always say Black Alley and Pass Dealer. Back Alley and Pass Dealer.
It's not good for you, bro.
I mean, it's pretty fucking adjacent.
Back and Black, yeah, sure.
The man who went from a soft A to a hard R. I'm on Blog TV with my hands up. I'm not staring myself. Yo, everyone in the chat, comment, Alex. I'm not finishing that.
Does it actually say it?
Yeah, well, yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and not say.
No self-righteous N-word.
Yeah, you actually didn't quote it correctly.
I'm
you guys are the worst.
I'm not starting my fucking show. You stupid fucking bitch. Man, I love that shit.
That's a classic video, man.
He remembers it, dude. I'm so proud of you. I remember that shit, too. It was really funny.
Dude, I love that clip so much.
It's the only good thing Keemstar's ever done, and it's also the worst thing a person can do. Mitch McConnell's tortoise shell. Well, not the worst thing. He could be Jeffrey Epstein or Hillary Clinton. Right. Mitch McConnell's tortoise shell. Saint Maxi. Cock blocking all the endangered species is my new kink. Also, while you said it right, Mega Man X8 guys question redemption. First X8, now Transformers. You guys are really pushing my buttons. Avi, if I had, we just talked about Transformers today too. If I had to choose between shooting Jeffrey Epstein pre-death and the NFT guy, I would turn the gun on myself. Wait.
Wow.
I don't think I understand that one. I became a patron and spent $25 not to be able to come up with a clever name. WageSlave583. Do you think cum? Steven, where's... That's the name.
That's the name?
Do you think cum? This is becoming so schizophrenic, guys.
Do you think cum? That's such an outrageous thing to say.
You know what's fucked up, too? Is now I am thinking cum because that's the question. That's the name. Steven, where's the branding?
Shot.
Getting tired of busting on my microphone, I'll tell you that much.
That is sad.
You squeeze your microphone, it sounds like you're shattering glass, bro.
What would you do? I just took this off the mic and then wrung it out, and it was just seed.
And it's just goops. It's just... Wow! Like it hits the ground heavy.
See, now that I wouldn't acknowledge. I think I would just ignore that.
I would.
What if it never stopped coming out too? It was just like
pouring out to the point you see it like in the background in your room, like filling up behind you.
It starts to fill up.
I'm like, yo, how absorbent is that? Also, why do you have that much cum on? Why'd you cum on it that much?
I don't know, man. It just calls to me. Add Nodders to your name if you want to make Chris read a smutty Sonic fanfic. Dead Inside, Shrinkus Funkledunk, the warlock who is using transversive steps. The National, Richmond, Virginia, April 30th, tinyurl.com/sacred200.
Woo, thank you, bud.
That guy's name is just promotion.
What a guy.
John, normal name Smith. Okay. Sweeney, it's okay. My girlfriend isn't real either. I have PPSD. Nice. Riber525 and the mystery of the sudden uptick in tomboy appreciation. Racist snake. My goldfish raped me while the cats watched my grandma detonate. Can you help me? No. We can't even. I'm not even gonna make fun of you.
I hope things get better, bro.
Yeah.
I don't.
Imagine getting raped by a goldfish.
Imagine getting raped by a goldfish and then thinking that the goldfish did it all on its own.
Like, how does it do it?
I like that you're talking that sounds like somebody talking about like wistfully about an accomplished actor or like an accomplished athlete.
How does he do it?
How do you do it?
He's always on fire. It's insane. And then it's just
impressive.
Oh my fucking god. Racist snake. Fun fact, in 2015 on Howard Stern, comedian Eric Andre became the first man to ride a Sibian live on broadcast. Have a nice day. Thanks. Tell him, Steve Dave. Andre Brooks, cool. Antiphus Maximus, who deleted Putin's scrotum. God is dead because Travis Scott killed him. John Strickland, the unfortunate naming of NBA coach Steve Kerr's son.
Oh, Nick Kurz, yeah.
Yeah,
nice. That's awesome. That's
Nick Kurz. Why would he do that?
Lil Limp Sniggins, Mercs 1889, Downey McFrowny, NFT of Sweeney's imaginary girlfriend, Ivan nice. Ivan to yank it. It's pretty good. What is this? The First Church of Keith David bear witness to the second coming of the King of Haphazard. Goops McKenzie, 4th edition D&D is better than 5th edition objectively.
Wow. That's a bad fucking take, dude. You're stupid for saying that. I don't like calling people stupid, but you're fucking stupid.
Hey, man, I don't know enough about this to care.
Yo, dude.
But I'm going to go ahead and agree with Sweeney because it makes it easy.
4th edition more than 5th edition is like liking Halo 4 more than Halo 3, for real.
I understand that. You translated it. You are stupid.
Drunken
Doulahan. What, were you gonna say something?
No, I really started to think about it, about the whole Nick Kerr thing.
Oh my god!
And I really started thinking about it. I'm like, does he know? Does Steve Kerr know? Like, that's what I really started thinking about it. I never really thought about it. I'm like, does he know what he did? Did he do that on purpose, or he
can't be from America? He can't be from America. Steve Kerr from America,
bro. He's been in America for way too long because he's like fucking. He's like what do you call it? He's not from here.
Wait,
but
Steve Kerr is a real person?
Yes.
Yeah, Steve Kerr. He played with the Bulls. He was with the championship Bulls, and now he's the coach of Golden State.
Is his son really named Nick?
Yes, Kurz. And that's what I can't I'm like, wait. I really started to think about wait. Did he know about this? There's no oh, that's what I'm talking about, dude.
I laughed at this so much already that it's not funny anymore. I just think
it's
that
not funny anymore.
I laughed at it so much that I was like, I can't believe he did that.
I thought that was just a joke. I didn't know that was a real person.
No, his name is Nick Kurz.
Yeah, but Nick Kerr, Kerr.
Nick Kurz.
Yeah, Nick Kerr. Steve Kerr has a son named Nick and another son.
That is so awful. I can't believe that.
It's hilarious, dude.
That sounds so dumb for it to be true.
It's hilarious.
Nick, Matt, and Madeline. And it's like, I hope Nick fucking changes his fucking name, bro.
Nick
But he's
Kerr.
already in college.
Maybe he's
He
like,
could have
hey.
changed his name already. He probably likes
Hey,
it.
yeah. No, you know what it is? It's like, hey, here's my, and this is my friend. And say, hold on. I insist you call me Nicholas.
Nicholas Kerr. This is probably what he probably goes by.
Nick
He
Klaus.
does not go by He does not go by Nicholas Kerr. He goes by
No, it's Nick Klaus Kerr.
Anyway.
Is that his full name?
God, let's just
Nick Klaus.
I really did not know that was a real person. I thought he was just making, because half of this shit is bullshit.
Right.
Drunken
No,
Duel.
it sounds fake. I totally get it.
It does also sound fake. Also, I don't know anything about sports. Drunken Doulahan, Pre-Roz, Breaking Benjamin Shapiro, Cum Man, The Man of Cum, Blake896, The Whitest Cracker, Fucking Kill Me, Hey Boss Bar, I Know Two of You Left, Ryan Lucchesi, Ethan Teague, Sloshy Scout, The Full Commitments, What I'm Thinking Of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. Ryu is Hoke, post-apocalyptic tomboy ethno-state. Hard hat skydiver. Damn, Will, it was a joke, not another man's dick. You don't have to take it as hard as Jada. Marcus Shorten, Vladdy put it in spanking.
He really wanted that to hit. You could tell he really wanted that to hit.
He really did. Yeah, he tried.
You could tell he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so funny." No offense, bro. It was a good joke, but it's like
it would have been great
last week,
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
but that's our fault. So like, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
We just clowned on this guy for no reason. I'm sorry. Thank you for your fucking support.
No, I'm not gonna say thank you. That
Marcus
was a bad
Shorten.
joke.
Marcus Shorten, Vladdy put it in spanking Ukrainian octogenarians. Game Controller 25, Nikki Ziggy. Okay, so that's the real one. Murder Ascended, the Snark Tank podcast, sponsored by Ford F-150.
Imagine we get a sponsorship from them.
Dude,
No.
I would love it so much.
Like a lucrative one too.
I really
all
want to
get
talk
Fords?
about Ford F-150s because you know they're fucking all like they're big in Virginia. You know all those trucks are big in the South.
Oh,
so we
yeah.
definitely gotta
There's
do
going to
some
be a
advertising
lot
down
of
there.
Ford F-150s and when
You're
we
gonna
do
be like,
our
we
live
heard
stream.
you bored talking shit about the way we drive our cars when we live our lives, huh?
If I don't see a Ford F-150 with a fog machine in it when we go to fucking this show,
There'll be hell to
I'm going to
pay.
be so disappointed.
There'll be
hell
hell to pay, man.
I want it to look like Silent Hill.
I want him to
Right.
open up that car and it causes a tornado. Like that's how hot I want it to be in there. Just fucking just a complete pressure system change.
I want you and all your boys working out in that car. No AC, windows shut, fog machines on.
And then y'all
then
better
we'll talk.
fuck.
And then y'all better fuck. Lobotomize Jesus and his merry band of figure naggots. Chris, your Galaxy Quest take is just as bad, if not worse, than Kingston's MGR take. I actually don't know what Metal Gear Rising take. I don't think Galaxy Quest is a good movie.
And I don't like Metal Gear Solid Rising. That's it.
And I think those are two very, very different scales of acceptability. I don't think you could put Galaxy Quest in front of like anybody who hasn't seen it, and they'd come away from it with like a positive. Like, because at least Metal Gear Rising Revenge, it's like I could see why somebody might not like that game from like it's not. I don't know. It's not one of my favorite games, but like that soundtrack is at least kick ass.
Oh, it is.
So like there's something redeeming about Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Rising. I can't think of it. Like Galaxy Quest, like Alan Rickman's in it, I guess, and I like him, but I don't like him in that movie. God, it sucks. Anyway,
You don't get it, Chris.
I guess not.
You don't get it.
Do you like Galaxy Quest?
No, I don't.
Remember our Sacronaut Arbiter. I can't read that, man.
Is it like canceling a move in a video game?
We've found a wormhole over yonder.
That voice is it. That voice is like you cannot mistake that fucking voice, dude.
Tim Allen, we found the
Isn't he corpsed
sacred
up,
worm.
dude? Didn't he die recently?
He died years ago, like a
Forrest
long
Gump?
time ago. Alan Rickman?
Oh,
Years ago?
Alan Rickman died years ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, that's
I thought
like
he just died recently.
Alan Rickman died in 2016.
God damn! I thought he died like maybe like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, no, he died a while ago.
Oh, he did die in 2016. What the fuck? I thought he died what the hell? Man, everything's getting mashed together.
Tim the Tool Man Taylor. God, what a fucking
Tim the Two-Man Taylor.
Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Tim the Tool Man.
Dim to a man Taylor.
The only stick I touch
Woody.
while driving is my penis, parentheses, I masturbate while driving. Hiroshima spicy mushrooms. Dummy thick Dave. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. That's a pretty nice cock. Sweeney's clown. Pussy goes Hong Kong. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Come inside my tummy. Jackson, Absage, Badly Brave. Helga Derek, the movie theater manager. Aetherian. Chris Gate, my Bajarian hunting ass. All hands on dick. The show should be called Sark Tank when Derek or Sweeney are absent.
Because you're sarcastic?
Because one of the ends is missing. God damn it. That's like clever, but it's stupid also.
That's why I like it. That's why
like
I
not
like
a good joke,
it's
but like
so,
I understand that like
it.
No,
like,
it's a good joke because of how stupid it is.
It's not a good joke though. Like I would laugh if it was a good joke.
I would. The thing is,
I would laugh if it was a bad joke.
The thing that I appreciate about it is that I never would have thought of this.
Neither have I. No, that's what I think. I like it. I like how stupidly clever it is.
I also don't think about pissing on shit and eating it though. So I mean, hey, you know.
I mean, you just did.
Yeah, are you okay, bro?
I'm sorry. I'm just.
You're a little fucking hostile.
You're hostile, like the movie Hostel. That everybody saw.
Hostile, like when that chick fucking gets her eye all fucked up and then she jumps in front of the train. That shit was awesome.
That moment elated me because I saw a white woman die. But still, on to the next question.
Was she Asian? I thought she was Asian.
Oh, she was.
I think. I haven't,
oh my god!
They fought to be Caucasian, so whatever, you know.
This is not helping your image.
I haven't seen since it came out, so I don't. I could be totally wrong. That's like who's seen it past? Like I'm sure nobody's seen it more than once.
I saw that shit when I was in like.
Oh, dude, I fucking love Hostel, dude. I got a fucking Blu-ray and shit. Like,
I got a fucking Hostel tattoo, man.
Could you imagine that guy? That guy's dangerous,
Imagine you're talking to somebody and their favorite movie is Hostel.
You know how dangerous that is. You gotta get out of there. You gotta get the fuck out of that room, bro.
That is kind of like a freak if you think about it too. You're like, yo, I don't want to associate with you at all.
My bedroom has no windows.
Your favorite movie is Hostel?
You wanna come back to my place?
You wanna come back to my place and play with knives? He has the heroin sweats. He's just
sweating
wet.
bullets. His pores are like. You ever see what's that fear? Oh my god, you guys know what I'm talking about. What's that fear of like holes?
Trypophobia.
Trypophobia.
Oh, okay.
He's sweating so much that his pores are fat from all of the liquid that pushes out of it. He looks like
SpongeBob.
Anyway, fucking Melphis 1, Warlock, Hexblade Supremacist, Victor 86, and closing it out as always, King of Haphazard, the proudest internet sugar daddy. That's his name.
Hey, we love you, bud.
We love you, buddy. Much appreciated. Thank you all for listening to this. This was a longer episode than we anticipated.
This is garbage.
But we hope that makes up for it. We got to a lot of your questions this episode, so keep them coming on the thread. Because sometimes we do run out, and sometimes I got to go into the backlog and like find stuff from like older documents that we didn't use. So hit that question document if you can. And we'll see you guys next week. And if we don't see you guys next week, we'll see you guys at the show, Richmond, Virginia, April 30th, the National, Sacred 200.
Yeah! See you there.
To infinity and beyond.
Just a fucking cacophony.
Homer, fuck me harder.
Shepard, fuck my asshole, Shepard.